Hey friends. Hey everybody. What's going on? Hi Bougie gang. What's going on? Okay, you guys. Sakiyna Thompson is on TikTok. You guys started blowing me up yesterday, letting me know. And I mean, of course she's on TikTok. We knew she was on TikTok. TikTok and Instagram is kind of how she got found out a little bit, right? But no, she's on it like actively, and she's doing jail calls or something. I don't know what she's doing, but they're posting it on TikTok. I don't know who's doing it. I don't know if she's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure it's all going to come out eventually, but let me get it out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We've been live for 31. Girl, we've been live for 3 minutes. Okay. Let me say hi to everybody first. Okay. TikTok from prison, baby. Come on. People are having babies and doing all the things, so they can do. I mean, I guess they can do TikTok. I don't know. We getting guess what? We getting ready to find out. Okay. And she getting ready to find out too. Beverly, hey boo. Jay Blake. Is it Michael? Michael Mack? Hey, Michael. What's going on? Happy Saturday. Okay, gang stars. 1, 2, 3. We see you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Beverly, Nesto's handy girl, and Jay Blake. My bad, Nesto's handy girl. I see you. Gang stars. Number one. Number two, thank you so much for the jewels. Thank you, Petty Garden Girl, and thank you, Plant Lover. Guys, so I had to drop Portia off to go get her hair done. You would know that if you were in members. Okay, we had a little chat before. So let me get into this because you guys were like, I got at least 5 notifications like Fran. So I ran over to TikTok. Let me share my screen because I know some of you guys came to me through the Sakiyna Thompson case. Okay. So make no mistake, I know that people are following this and it is what it is, but ma'am is on TikTok. Now, how is she getting to TikTok? I don't know because I'm not posting the videos. But what I do know is that she's here. Now, is she using the same old TikTok account? No. This one specifically says Sakiyna Thompson and it's using her name as a handle. Now, are these fake videos? I don't think so. I mean, they seem pretty legit to me. She is on the phone in jail. Okay. These are literally phone calls from prison. Okay. It's giving okay, let's click. Let's get into it. Now they referenced a link tree. I don't know if I clicked on that. I'm sure I did, but I don't know. What's the link tree doing? Link tree, girl, link tree is going to her JPay. It's going to TikTok. Is it we'll go through everything. Okay, let's back up. Let's not do everything all at once. Okay, let me get back to TikTok. All right, let's get back. Okay. Maybe this is some dry beggary. Maybe this is on some dry begging. We don't know, but we're gonna investigate. How much time did she got? She got the rest of her life. How much time did she get? Infinity. She got she gets out when she meets with the Lord. She is in the process of an appeal right now, but I don't have the appeal brief. Um it's the appeal is in process, but it hasn't progressed very far. As far as the documentation of the appeal, I'd have to get my hands on it. I don't have my hands on it at this moment. So, but her appeal, what's the appeal, Fran? She did it. Da, 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 da. Just because someone has an active appeal doesn't mean it's going anywhere. They're just doing their job. You know what I mean? They're doing their job. And, but how much time does she have? She has the rest of her damn life. Literally. She's a life without parole. Okay. Okay. Sis ain't going nowhere. It's like, girls, settle in. Now, what I'm going to say about this is that there's a lot of copyrighted situation going on here. So, we can play, but we can't play with it. You know what I'm saying? So, um, well, let me put me back on the screen because that'll help with some of the non. Okay, so okay, all right. So Sakiyna intro video. Hi, it's Sakiyna. Connect with me and stay tuned for more videos. Okay. Now, does she? I don't think she talks.
It's me.
Okay. Now, of course, look, the person who did this, I don't know why they put music on it. Maybe they put music on it because they knew bloggers were going to come. I have no idea why they did that other than to just ruin it so that we wouldn't be able to play it.
Did a little something today.
So I guess she's showing that she has on some blue eyeliner. It's kind of like I have to talk. So I can't just let this play. If you want me to just let this play, I'll have to download it and upload it. But if you just type in Sakiyna Thompson, you can find it on TikTok. But yeah, they put copyrighted music.
How much more blue can I love at this point? But I'm here and I'm ready to show you all my cakes and cards and cups.
All right, let's just read. Hey, it's me, she says. Hey, it's me. Clearly she's on the phone with someone. Obviously, this is what I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this out because we do this over here. She's on a jail call. She's on a video call with somebody. They are recording the video call and they're posting it to TikTok. I mean, that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all. Nothing really too exciting. I think for some people, it's just the audacity. Ma'am, you killed, you bludgeoned somebody who really wasn't thinking about you for somebody who really wasn't thinking about you. You did the most to actually end up with the most. And you are sitting there in Florida State Prison and you got the nerve to show up on TikTok. And I honestly, I almost feel like this is to antagonize the family because the family was so hurt and so devastated by her shenanigans. And also obviously the loss of their loved one. I'm gonna just venture to guess the first that the people, the family, the Hodges family get wind that this girl's up to these shenanigans, they're gonna just contact their lawyer because I mean they're not playing with the memory of Kayla. And I would imagine that the minute that they get wind that this is going on, that they'll try to do whatever they can do to put a stop to it. So, but it's giving jail calls and it's giving that they are recording the jail calls and they're posting them to TikTok. I don't know if that, that's just my assumption. Okay. Thank you, Miss C. Thank you, hun. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate the jewels. Thank you. I was just thinking that, friend, how the family going to be. Oh, I'm sure mom is pissed. Mom doesn't play about, you know what I'm saying? Like, no moms do. Okay. But we saw the family in action. We saw the family very vocal and mobilized, and they are very serious. You know what I mean? They like most of these grieving families who deal with murder. Um, I'm sure they're not going to be happy, and I'm sure they will figure out what ways to go to probably maybe put a stop to this or figure out what is going on. But it doesn't look like she has a phone in her cell. It's not giving she has a phone. It's giving she's on a call with somebody and that there's her little, look at her ID. That ugly picture that she took for the Florida State Department of Corrections. Look, her Florida State picture. Girl, you are life. I mean, and honestly, she's life without parole. What's going to happen? They take her phone privileges, they tell her to stop, and then they probably will cut off the person because they can figure out, they'll just have to look through the videos that match up with this. and they'll figure out, and then that person won't be able to call for a period of time. And it's not like they can do it. Like, she's a lifer. What are they going to do? I don't know if she talks in this one or it's just music. Girl, it's all music. So this one's all music again. That's all she has is a hair toss. All right, let's see if she's talking. So let's see what she says first, and then I'll play it because I'm sure it's got music. So the food that matches my makeup today, a little blue. I just made a cookie monster parfait. It's chocolate chip cookies on the bottom. Okay. Cream cheese frosting, raspberry, blue raspberry, girl, and something else. Who knows? Captain Crunch. Is that what she said? Girl.
Oh, the food that matches my makeup today, a little blue. I just made a cookie monster parfait.
Girl, it's like all this copyrighted music is just awful. She probably taunting another one of Terry's women in prison and the family. Just go see, this is the thing for people, and thank God, you know what I'm saying? For the people who are suffering out here who lost a loved one at the hands of this woman, they're going to be pissed. I'm sure they're writing emails right now that this bitch is posting to TikTok some type of way and they want it to stop. So they'll figure it out, but she's not the first inmate on um she's not the first one, and she won't be the last. um she's just not. A lot of those people are playing on here, and I feel like some people have people posting for them, and then some people have phones. So she's over here making her little dessert.
Chocolate chip cookies on the bottom.
Let me just put this on. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you for supporting for 26 months. Well, I know the family. Yeah, I'm sure they're pissed. She got, this girl is ballsy for sure. She is definitely ballsy for what she's doing. But people, like, last night I looked at this, she had 800 followers. She has over 1,200 now. But the comments are in shambles, as they should be. The comments are in shambles, and they're like, let me show you. The comments are like pictures of Kayla. Someone said, I'm like, she looks familiar. Then it hits me. Yeah, she's a whole murderer. Let me see. There was one that I looked at, and they posted pictures of Kayla. Like, I'd be mad too. Like they are in here. They're in here showing out. So I guess it's Taco Tuesday at the jail. She's made herself, I don't know how they do this. I guess they're able to get groceries. Taco Thursday. Okay. It's Taco Thursday. I guess they get food from commissary. She's going to be as big as a house. I'm sure if the family doesn't know, they'll know soon enough. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you never know who's in the bushes. You never know who's in the bushes. But they're sitting up there making tacos. She's sitting up there making bowls. And no matter the fact that she is in prison, at the end of the day, Kayla was tortured and killed. And that's the most important thing. And the family probably I'm sure they're going to want this shut down. Why can't I find this page? It's Sakiyna. Sakiyna Thompson. Okay. She's a weirdo. So that's her favorite cup in jail. Isn't that just girl? Girl. This is not cute, girl. Okay, okay, ma'am. So, yeah, if you search Sakiyna, I mean, so yeah, it's odd, but like I said, so let me see what's going on here. When you click on the link tree comes up with this. Hi, I'm Sakiyna. Be my pen pal and let's connect. So they've got a pen pal address to writeaprisoner.com, and the profile looks like it's going to a Sakiyna Thompson pen pal. Securus Technologies. Maybe she's like, bitch, call. Okay, call me. Her girl, she got her jail pay, her JPay LLC. Let's click it. Girl. Okay, let's go back. The TikTok, which is the TikTok we just went to. And then Instagram. Is there a new Instagram? Girl, it clicks to the old Instagram. It clicks to her old Instagram, that which got her convicted. It got her to it got her us to her. This is obviously it's her page because it's her pen pal ID. It's I don't know if it's her JPay. I can't identify that, but it's a pen pal, Sakiyna Thompson. It's a JPay account. Oh, I can't. Just give me a minute. Okay, give me a minute. Um, it's her JPay, it's her PayPal, it's all of these things. So, yep. Let's see. Girl, that's the picture that got her life. That's the picture she had on her phone. That's what got her. Girl, she had Future on here. The irony. She said that she was going to do Future's nails, but ended up going to have a woman to woman conversation with Monsieur Thierry's Bouthang, and just so happened to kill her and stayed a couple extra days, relaxed, and got on a plane and went back home. Would that say, bitch, don't kill my vibe? Baby. Mm-mm-mm. A mess. Okay. A complete mess. I bet the family wish they had somebody working for them on the inside, since she has somebody working for her on the outside. Okay. Um, and if they do, you know, some people are with the long game, woman of wealth. So we won't say too much because I mean, I don't know. I don't know those people. But at the end of the day, I mean, we don't know what we don't know, right? We don't know what we don't know. So, this story will play out sometime. You know what I mean? Like we just have to stay tuned in and see how this thing plays out. I got 99 problems and a bitch ain't one. When did she post this right after? Oh, May 2nd. So this is before she committed the murder. Okay. This is around the time that they were in Florida and she saw her at the club or something. Like okay. Anyway, that's the picture she had it on her phone, on her screen, that got her pinched. Yeah, but she's looking for friends, guys. Sis looking for friends. Um, let me see on this the tick back on Linktree. So I guess this is her Connect. Girl, what if this is Connect Network? I'll die. This is probably her video chat. Baby, if she accepted a video chat with us, I would love to ask her some questions like, girl, what were you thinking when you got on that plane? What were you thinking wearing your little Prada set that you wore all over Instagram to Florida to go handle that nasty work? Girl, ma'am, how does it feel knowing you're never get like, do you want to answer some real questions? Because we're really not, it's not a social call. We really want to know. Ma'am, chat says he tied the knot with someone else. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, nobody's losing. I mean, look, if you want to sit there and raise Sakiyna Thompson's baby, have fun with that. Mr. Little Baby True, and that lady calling every other day, because I'm sure she's calling from jail. Rest assured, she's calling from the state prison to talk to her son. And you see how Sarah Boone gets on those people's nerves. Sarah Boone is still bothering her ex-husband and that child. Okay. So some of these women, they are exercising their full rights from behind bars. Sarah Boone is literally still trying to get spousal support, if you can believe it. She wants that spousal support to her jail account with her life in prison behind too. So these I baby, no thank you. No thank you. Okay, so that is the pen pal. That is the video conferencing or phone calls. That is JPay. She's tricking. Um, that's the TikTok that we just looked at, and that goes to her OG Instagram account. Interesting. Okay, well. And the link tree address is Sakiyna Thompson as well. Okay. Girl, how did you walk out of the apartment with them people's clothes on after committing a crime? So you guys would have to send me a whole bunch of questions. I don't know. I don't know. She seems like she wants to talk. I mean, what she got to lose? What she got to lose? You know? Anyway, y'all, this is the information right now. This crazy life in prison chick for murder. How much time does she have? Life, all of it. She has every single minute of it. That's how much time she has, all of it. Yeah, the appeal's not going to go anywhere. She has an active appeal, and who doesn't with life in prison? I don't want to say every Florida inmate has an active appeal, but the appeals docket is loaded down. She is with everybody else trying to be heard. Um, we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but it's going to take some time. Tired, tried the name and it's not coming up. Hold on. What, on TikTok? I don't know. It came up for me. Uh Okay, there you go. It's all up in the chat. Thank you for my jewels. Thank you. Okay, you guys want to watch the rest of Florida versus Joseph Killins, the DoorDash attacker, the weirdo DoorDash attacker. So let's get into it. But yeah, this is the news is that even from beyond life without parole, these weirdos are showing up to bother people. So I wouldn't be surprised if this gets shut down some type of way, but what, they haven't liked anything. Okay. They're not following anybody, and they're not. Let's go to her OG profile. Hold on. Is it Sakii? It's like, oh, there it is. Okay. That's her OG profile still there. It looks like to me that she did delete some stuff. The comments are funny. Hold on. She's weird. She's very strange. Sound isn't available. I don't know if they cut the sound on some of her videos. Girl, look at this comment right. Oh, you can't see it. This comment right here, someone's holding up a picture that says jail. They are not loving her in the comments, trust and believe. Nobody is really co-signing her. It's just I feel like it's a little bit more of like the audacity. And a lot of this was posted before she was found out or before the trial, so people are not really here for her. So all right. Okay, that's basically it though, y'all. Ma'am is Ma'am is a narc. She can't stay off the internet like most narcs. They love the internet. They love the internet and they have to be on it and they have to bother people. They can't just go away and do their time and leave people alone. They must stay front and center, and that's what it seems like she's doing. So at the end of the day, that's kind of what it is. Okay, y'all. All right, let's pivot. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uh I was about to send you this exact thing. Aw. Okay. Guys, make sure if you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Okay. Handle that business with this pleasure. The you know, y'all coming through. Thank you, Lena. Thank you, Dre's Runt Over Crocs. I appreciate y'all so much. All right, let's get to the playlist. This I'm still mad. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm still mad that they aren't just posting the whole thing. It's like, why not just post the whole thing at this point? But I keep saying the same thing, so I'm not going to belabor it, but it is annoying. I feel like all right, you guys. Are we allowed to set the the way it goes? Okay, so this is when he talked to the judge. We didn't see the helicopter. Like, do you guys oh, my bad. So we saw this. Do you guys I think we watched that too, but we watched it on court TV. Her giving her closing statement, I think. I kind of want to just start from right here. I think he was giving his closing argument, but it didn't work very well because he ended up getting. Do you guys want to start with it's all out of order. You see how they publish this? They've got witness testimony, captures the moments. Okay, let's do 1, 2 when he got his guilty verdict and then when they sentenced him. Does that seem right? We'll do the video, even though, okay, gosh, the witness testimony is going to, do you guys want to watch the witness testimony and hear their version of what happened? I did not watch that. It's almost an hour. And I wonder if this is just one person. All right, let's look at this really quick. Let's go here and let's go there. If we want to go to the victim testimony, we can, and we might do that one last. They're so wrong for what? Chopping it up? Okay, it's like the fuck? That's what needs to be in the comments. The fuck? Seriously? Is that what we're doing now? You know what I mean? Just comment the fuck. Thank you for the jewels, guys. Okay. So when they gave the jury charge, he had an attitude. This playlist is literally all over the place. Jesus. Okay, let's do this one, then this one, and then we'll save the testimony for last of the victim because it's gonna be a lot, I'm sure.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, do me a favor. Get a little close to that microphone that's right in front of you. If you could adjust it a little bit downward, perfect.
Wait, am I in the right place? Like, didn't I say? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, let's see what's going on here.
Not that far down. It's got to be kind of even with your mouth. Perfect. And if you could, when you testify, speak loudly into it. If you could tell us your first and last name and spell both of them for us.
Yes, my name is Judea Childs, and that's spelled Judaea, last name Childs, Childs.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Good morning, Ms. Childs.
Good morning.
I want to draw
Are
your
you
attention
still in
to
the
April
kitchen?
of 2023. Were you living in Hillsborough
Oh.
County?
I was.
Okay. And did you live in an apartment complex or a single family home? Where were you?
I lived in an apartment complex, Havens at Water's Edge.
Okay. And what is the closest intersection to that apartment complex?
I'm not exactly sure. I know it was off of Armenia, but I remember the landmarks that were around me.
Okay, give me one moment. We're looking at a map. Help you?
Absolutely.
It's showing states 7B. On the left-hand side, is this Haven?
That is
Water?
Haven, yes.
Okay. And so the street to the south is Waters Avenue?
That's correct.
Okay, and then you said the street to, I guess that would be the west, is Armenia?
That's correct.
Okay. And how long did you live at the Haven at Water Edge apartment complex?
About 2.5 years, roughly.
Great. Do you recall which building you lived in at the time?
I do. It was building 6. I was in unit 603.
Okay. And was that a first floor unit or something else?
First floor unit.
Showing the fence with been pre-marked as States Exhibit 19.
No, I've seen it.
Got it. Okay. May I approach the witness?
You may.
All right, Ms. Childs, I'm showing you what's been pre-marked as States Exhibit 19. Have you had an opportunity to review this previously?
I have.
All right. And in looking at that, does it appear familiar to you?
It does.
Okay, why is that?
This is the map of the apartment complex that I lived in, and I am able to point out what building I was in.
Okay, and is that just a general like layout of the buildings that compose Haven apartment complex?
That's correct.
Okay. Is it fair and accurate as to the locations of each building and any other amenities that might have been present at the complex?
Yes, it is. So I can tell from the way
Don't show
that
it. Hang
that
on.
makes sense.
Put it down. Let me grab that real quick. All right, and at this time, Your Honor, the state will move what's been pre-marked as States Exhibit 19 into evidence.
No objection, 19. No.
All right, it'll be admitted.
All right. I'm gonna put it up here on the monitor for you. All right. So I'm showing you the, I guess, building map that is for Haven at Water's Edge apartment complex, correct?
Yes.
All right. And we zoom in. Again, on the left, it's indicating it doesn't show the streets, but Armenia Avenue.
That's correct.
All right. And you indicated that you were in building 6?
603, yeah, building 6 on the top right.
Top right. And so where it says building 6 is the building here at the very top on the right side of the diagram?
Yes, so everything that's that white structure.
Understood. And then can you tell us, even though it's kind of boxed off here, what is this area where the line would be?
That is parking. So there is some areas that are covered and uncovered. So it's a street. That's what's inside. That's inside of the apartment complex.
Okay. And you said that you specifically were in which unit?
603. So all the way in the back, that white structure, white building 6 on the backhand side.
Okay, so where we see the number 603.
Yes.
And can you explain to us, it says 611, 607, 603, what does that designate?
So those are the different floors. So I was 603 on the first floor, 607 is above, and then I'm assuming, or 611 was on the third floor.
Understood. Over here on the very top right corner, there's a little box where it says mail.
Yes.
Is that just general mail for everybody instead of having individual mailboxes?
Yeah, so there's few people who were indicated to go there. I'm not sure all of the buildings, but my mail was located in that mailbox.
Okay. And where would you park in relation to your building?
So right where you see 612 in that line, I would try to park right on the other side of that line. There was some covered parkway, and I would try to park lined up with that breezeway. There was a breezeway that connected parking directly to where I lived.
Okay. Up here, you said that there was some parking. Was there any sort of designation between Haven Apartment Complex and whatever the neighboring property was to the north?
Designation as in...
Was there any sort of, was it just open space or was it fenced off?
It was open space, but there is a fence on the other side of the parking lot. So there are parking one row, a road for people to drive through, parking on the other side, and then a fence that would block off Haven from the neighboring complexes.
Okay. And then same over to the right, was there parking over to the right?
That side, I'm not sure. I don't believe there was parking that way. It was just a road, but there was parking. If you go past 504, that indent, that is where there was parking. So it was a road from the mailbox all the way to 540.
It's like he made them, he sat up there and tried to make all these damn stories up and made them have to drag him for 2 days. Waste the people's money to drag him for 2 days to sit there to be mad.
And then that indent is where there was additional parking.
Understood. So does the apartment complex road turn here to the right and come down?
You're forced to turn, yes. There's a stop sign at that mailbox, and then you can only turn right. And there was a road. There may or may not have been additional parking there, not sure, but there's a fence on the other side stopping you from getting to the next apartment complex.
Okay. And is that next apartment complex to the east or to the right, the Valera Lake apartment complex?
That's correct.
When the prosecutor said, "Big head, I died." Y'all, if you weren't here yesterday, check out yesterday's video, but turns out his nickname on the streets is Big Head, and for obvious reasons.
I'm going to pull up and publish what has already been introduced as State's Exhibit 18A. All right, Ms. Childs, we're just looking here at a still image of State's Exhibit 16A. Do you recognize the outside portion where the cars are in this image?
I do. That was one of the this image is coming from one of the apartments on the first floor. I recognize the plants. They always had plants on the outside that were well kept.
And so would you park somewhere on this area where we see the vehicles outside of the window?
I would. So that's the covering that I was mentioning that went across right on the outside of the apartments. I typically would try to park right outside of this image on the left-hand side. There's a breezeway on the other side where you can't see on this image that would connect all the apartments on the first floor.
Okay. And back here in the center of the screenshot, but in the background of what we're looking at, is that one of the fence lines that you previously mentioned?
Yes, so that was a fence line not to separate Haven from a different dwelling, and on past that stop sign, those fences on the other side, that would stop Haven from entering Barrel Lakes or the other apartment complex.
Okay. And so I know there's a stop sign in the way, but is that essentially a corner of
That
fencing?
is a corner.
Showing now at 2 minutes and 1 second, just a still image. Do you recognize what we're looking at in this image?
Yes, I do. This is the parking area. There's actually that sidewalk in front of the black cars. That's that breezeway that would walk between the apartments on the first floor that I was speaking of.
Okay, and so are you referring to this bottom left corner?
Yes,
All right. And do you in fact see your vehicle in this?
I do. My vehicle is the Nissan Sentra that is under the car covering on the right-hand side next to the white SUV. So that's gray vehicle is mine.
So the second car in on the front portion of the parking.
That's correct.
And then I'm going to show you at the 3 minute mark, this still image. We had previously seen the two black cars outside in the parking garage, or in the parking lot, I'm sorry. Do you see those through the stairwell?
I do.
Okay, and so is the breezeway that you were previously mentioning here going from the back of this image to the bottom left corner?
Yes, that's correct. And if you were to keep walking, you can see a doorknob. That is the first apartment, 604. If you go to the next side, that'll be 603 where I lived.
Okay, and so you're referring to the left side of this image that we're seeing right now as 604?
Yes.
Published with previously been admitted at States Exhibit 20, starting with 20A. All right, and I paused it real quick. But Ms. Childs, do you recognize the door 603 that we can see in this stopped image of the video?
I do. This is my home, or was my home.
Okay. And on April 19th of 2023, had you been expecting any deliveries?
I was. I ordered a package off Amazon and I was expecting it to come in. They marked it as delivered, but it wasn't. So I had been anxiously waiting for this package to arrive.
Okay. And so on April 19th of 2023, were you working that day?
I'm not sure. I do not remember if I was working that day. I worked from home, so
Okay.
it was a little
It's like-
flexible on whether or not I was
Sir, you're
what
busted.
task I was completing, but I was home that day for sure.
Okay. And at some point, did you become aware that actually your package had arrived on the 19th?
I did. So I checked it again on the app. It said it was delivered and I went outside to check for it.
And had you checked it in the early morning hours of April 19th of 2023?
It was dark outside, so I don't remember if it was early morning or late at night, but I do remember checking while it was dark and it wasn't there. And then I came back when the sun was up, and I'm assuming morning time, to find it, and it was there.
Okay. So I'm publishing, again, for the record, this is States 20A.
The fact that he was lurking around that apartment complex for almost like 2 days, like whoever did not encounter him is really lucky. Because he's a thief, a rapist, a liar. He could have killed that girl that he shot. So anyone who did not encounter him is very lucky. And the people that did encounter him are lucky to be alive. Girl with that big head. Oh, there's her packages. Girl, do you imagine, like, literally that damn creep walked right past your door? Oh my God. Oh my God. A whole entire creep. Oh, Jesus. So creepy.
And then publishing states 20B.
Oh, she literally. Do you imagine if she had opened up the door as he was walking by? He would have. I don't have any doubts that he would have ran in her place. What do you guys think? Girl, he would have ran right on in with his nasty, creepy ass. He would have ran in. She is so lucky. Oh my God.
And I paused it real quick at the beginning of this video, but
Is that her or
Child, do you
has her
recognize
neighbor?
the female that has come through the open door of apartment 603.
I do. It's me.
Okay.
Okay, that is her.
And
Yes.
you are acquiring the package that you had been waiting for, correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Look at baby, his rapist ass. He would have came for her. There's no doubt in my mind. He would have came for her. Look at him. Sir, you're busted. You busted. The press, they done did their homework, okay? They got you. He liked that. He's having a good time. He's having a good time in court. Yeah, you like true crime, sir? He's enjoying the true crime like full experience. He's actually getting like a full true crime experience. It's just he's on the he's on the losing end of it because he got all the time in the world now. Is he laughing?
Stable pass
Bro?
witness.
Any cross-examination?
No questions, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You can step down. Have a great day.
It's almost like he's a little proud of himself. Okay, sir. Is this it right here? Oh my God. It's this playlist is just a fool. And then they purposely made this playlist a little ratchet. Exploded over jury charges. Okay, so that was a witness. And then now we're going to hear the jury charge. This playlist is a mess.
All right, 3.4, lesser included crimes.
So he's gonna have a fit. He keeps having temper tantrums throughout the whole entire trial. He doesn't know what anything means.
Any optional lessers might.
She lied. She lied.
All
I
right,
don't know
well,
them
Ms. Killins,
folks.
let's talk a little bit about that, okay? So I understand that your position is you did not commit these crimes.
No, that girl Harris did not. She know for a fact I told her I didn't want to be with her no more. And she's sitting up there telling them that I forced her to do that. When I told her I didn't want to be with her no more, she said, if I can't have you, ain't nobody gonna have you. And the person that shot that gun is YSD. I ain't shoot nobody.
All right, so let's go back to what I was telling you, okay? So I understand that your position is that you didn't commit any of these crimes, that these alleged victims are lying, okay? Here's all I'm telling you, okay? Certain crimes have lesser included offenses, okay? Do you know what a lesser included offense is?
No, Your
You know
Honor.
what that is?
I'm mad right now. I'm having a tantrum. I'm not talking.
Do you know what that is? I need an answer. You're getting yourself all worked up. We're just trying to get through this. Do you know what a lesser included crime is? Okay, you nodded your head yes. Is that a yes? I need you to speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so A lesser included crime means that it's a lesser degree of felony. Maybe it doesn't have any kind of minimum mandatory, those kinds of things. If you say you don't want any of these because you're going with a completely I'm not guilty defense, then the jury is not going to have that option. They're only going to have the option to find you guilty as charged.
He's boiling hot. Yeah.
Charged and answer any associated questions, or completely not guilty. Are you sure that's what you want to do? Mr. Killins, it's 10:04. I need an answer. Are you sure that's what you want to do, is not have any lesser included? That's your right too.
But if I go with a lesser thing, that means I can't do no trial or nothing like that.
Sure you can. We're in trial.
So if I get a lesser charge, then what? I still go to trial?
You are in trial. You're in trial on the charges they filed. These lesser included crimes give the jury an option to give you something other than as charged. So for instance, you're charged with kidnapping. Okay. So a lesser included a crime of kidnapping is false imprisonment. All right. So you give them the option of going, well, we're not going to find him guilty of kidnapping, but we do think he did something. We're going to find him guilty of this lesser.
You know, I'm going to just say that some of these defense attorneys, they really deserve to get paid as much as they do, because every client is not reasonable. Some of these people they don't have the sense God gave a goose. And my God, they really, and also these judges, every judge is not like this lady, but my Lord, this man really doesn't understand. And he is tunnel focused on getting his way. And wow. I'm not even convinced with this hooked on phonics explanation that she's giving, that he still doesn't understand, that he's still I don't believe that he even understands. But they have to do the best they can to communicate. And this is crazy.
Of false imprisonment. But if you don't want that, that's fine.
Yes.
Then
so lesser included is an option from the defense. So you're accused of murder. I guess, again, that's in your strategy. Will I take lesser included because they're not proving murder, but it's obvious I did something? Or you're accused of murder and it's so circumstantial that you could potentially get off. Do you roll the dice and get lesser included, or do you just go for the gusto of murder or nothing? You didn't prove murder, so you're getting off. So interesting, right? Because isn't that a little bit of what happened with Kiana Davis? I don't know that they had lesser included, did they? I think they did include lesser included, but they were still hung. So I guess that is a strategy, because if you can't prove the ultimate charge, if you take lesser included, I guess that's a way of giving an option. I don't know. I guess it's all in how you look at. Okay. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Analytical One. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for helping with my goal. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sis has a goal on the board. So every bit helps. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
And their choices are kidnapping or not guilty.
Well, not a lick of sense. I don't think he understands.
You need to change that accessory battery, because I ain't forcing nobody to do nothing. That accessory battery, that armed kidnapping, and that attempted murder, I ain't shooting nobody.
All right, but here's the deal. These are the lesser included offenses of the crimes you're charged with. If you don't want one,
hey, it's
or
Serenity.
any of them,
The
you
foolery,
have got
yes.
to let us know, because I will eliminate them. That's your choice.
Yes, ma'am. I let you eliminate them.
I don't want to eliminate them. I'm just doing whatever you asked me to do. So if you don't want lesser included crimes, I'm going to delete that whole thing.
No,
and
you can put lesser.
Which one? Talk to Mr. Hackworth privately. I'm going to turn on the white noise.
The bailiff is like, you are dumb as hell. Dumb as hell. So he's sitting there talking. Is he asking him? Thank you. What up, doe? Thank you. What up, doe? I appreciate it. Dropping those coins. I appreciate y'all. Okay. All right. Are they going to have it off the whole time? Okay. Do you see how they did the transition, guys? Look at the transition. Hold on. It's that big head for me. Oh my God. It's a mess.
I am already sitting on trial for right now.
They're all part of it. That's why there are lesser included.
Why does he remind me of the guy, the jail convict from In Living Color? When was it Damon Wayans? It's not Marlon. It's Damon, right? And he would play the convict.
They've heard the facts of this case. They're going to finish it tomorrow. They're going to hear all the facts of the case.
Why is he looking at him? He can't help you.
And then the jury decides based on those facts and these instructions, whether you're guilty as charged, whether you're guilty of a...
See, he doesn't seem to understand. Okay, right now they are getting you for attempted murder, but they could say instead of rape, it was sexual battery. I don't know what the definition of rape is. To me, what he made her do is a rape. Somebody might say that that's sexual battery, that's this, that, and the other thing. It's still a sex crime, registered sex offender, all of those things. They might say, well, it's to the law, it's this, or to the... So instead of attempted rape or whatever the case might be, or attempted murder, or attempted manslaughter, or I don't know, any of these others, right? I think he's thinking that they're just trying to rack on the charges rather than options to where the jury might say, well, they gave him this, but based on what we know in the story and based on the witnesses, obviously he's guilty, but maybe it's not that, maybe it's this. Like, we feel like it's more this than that when they get the law. Baby, I don't know. Petty Patty, thank you so much, hon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Period. Okay, thank you. I don't think he doesn't understand. I think he thinks that they're just trying to rack him up.
Lesser included offense, or whether you're not guilty. If you don't want the lesser...
Some people who are just not altogether there, or he just didn't have... his understanding is limited. Let me say it like that. I don't know. I guess you have to tell them. You can't make everybody understand, but you can inform them. It's up to them and their attorney to explain, but there's only so much that the attorney can do, right? What do you do when your client's level of understanding is like literally like talking to a 5-year-old? And their maturity borders a 5-year-old, but they're all of over 40 years old.
Lesser included offense, then their choice is...
Thank you, Victoria, baby. Thank you, hon. Girl, he's having an attack.
You don't have a separate trial. They will find that the state's evidence proves
Look at
either
him.
as charged or a lesser, or that they didn't prove anything.
I think what you're saying, going to trial, you mean to prove the truth. Is that right?
Correct.
Make a decision. Yeah, so this is what we're doing.
Cause I was thinking like, okay, Miss Garland will go ahead and do all that stuff. That's why I'm like, nah, man, I ain't do none of that. Harris denied.
All right, so do you want the lessers or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you want them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so the lessers, any objections to these lessers being the ones that are listed?
No objection in light of my client's opinions.
All right, false imprisonment, which is a lesser included of count 1, which is your kidnapping count. Any objections?
I mean, you took the lady with you. There's no way you didn't kidnap her. I mean, to me, I wouldn't want the lesser included, because if you feel like in your mind you didn't kidnap her, but I mean, all the evidence really shows that you did, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? But if you really felt like it was circumstantial, whether you kidnapped or not, of course you don't include lesser included.
I fixed I had left the defendant.
I feel like they gave him too much to make a decision on. He's not he's not able to make the right decisions, but baby, this is why he got 50 years.
And I had put Mr. Killins.
3 life sentences plus 50 years.
I removed in the last sentence where it's defining secretly, I removed the defendant from it.
No objection, 9.2.
Okay? Then sexual battery, a lesser as to count 2.
We'll
Any
throw in a
objection?
sexual battery and a
Good morning.
Hold on. Okay,
All right.
Where else are we in the playlist? Y'all, I am so mad at them right now for doing this to us. I am so mad. They are making us. Okay, so we just did that one. Ivy McKinney, thank you, boo-boo. Y'all. Ivy McKinney, thank you guys. Thank you for handling that business. Do you guys want to hear from the victim, and then we'll go to when he gets his guilty verdict and then when he gets sentenced? Now the witness it's going to be an hour. Okay. And I'm sure it's probably awful, but we'll get to hear her version of what this creep did. Do you want to do that now? Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Wait. Yes. Okay. What did oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Octane, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Yes. Y'all coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you with the jewels, all of the things. Thank you for helping with my goal. Is there only one? There's 3. So I say 4. The lady who got raped, the rape consisted of an oral sex rape, but it's a rape nonetheless, right? She was sexually assaulted. Her lady, she was on the phone with her lady, right? Her girlfriend. That lady was terrified. Do you imagine being on the phone with your boo and they're doing their DoorDash and all of a sudden they're being kidnapped? How terrifying is that? So, ma'am who was kidnapped and sexually assaulted, the lady who was on the phone who had to endure listening to the trauma, ma'am got her sister to come and help her rescue boo. I think she had some sort of tracker, either iPhone or 360. When they found the lady who was kidnapped, Sir had the gun. Somehow in the scuffle, she's going to tell us the gun fired off, shot the girlfriend's sister somewhere, non-fatal wound, but definitely critical. So one lady got shot. One lady endured her girlfriend being kidnapped. The lady who got kidnapped and sexually assaulted. On top of that, this creep was still lingering around the apartment complex, and he attacked a lady. If you listened to yesterday, he attacked a lady and stole her backpack with items in it, like a laptop or iPad or some things. He stole her bag. Okay. So he was over here menacing the apartment complex. All right. Where are we? Okay. Watch yesterday's too, y'all. If you were just coming in like, who is this creep? Baby, check out yesterday. All right. Check out yesterday, and that will help. The police report for the sexual assault, shooting, kidnapping, that whole thing, I could not get that police report. It's the whole file is under seal. And I literally only learned about this case yesterday. I'll look on the internet and see if anybody has it posted before it got sealed, but it's sealed. And somebody may have a redacted version posted, so we'll see. So you guys, what do you guys want next? I'm letting you guys pick. You guys want to hear from the victim? We'll hear from the victim because that makes sense, and then we'll go to the verdict, and then we'll go to the lockdown. Okay. I mean to the to the sentencing. Okay. So just we're gonna be here for a minute. So get your lunch, get your lunch, get your snack. Get your lunch, get your snack, okay? All right? All right. Okay, guys. I'm not hearing anything, so I'm assuming that that's what you guys want to do. And let me see. I feel like we're halfway to our goal. We're halfway. So thank you. Thank you, guys. You guys are coming in there. Okay. All right, let's get to the victim. Let's let her talk. Tell us what happened. This guy is so
Please
disgusting.
raise your right hand.
Now she is going to testify via interpreter. Oh, is this the one? This is not the sexual assault. I think this is the lady who got her backpack stolen. This is that lady. That's why they're showing her. Because at first I was like, wait a second, why would they why would they show the sexual assault victim? This is the lady who I think got her backpack stolen. So okay, that makes sense.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm
Você jura solenemente ou afirma
that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
que as declarações que você prestará agora serão a verdade, toda a verdade e nada mais que a verdade? Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. Thank you.
Pode baixar.
Please state your name and spell. Rich, can you help her with the microphone, please? Please state your name and spell both your first and last name for us. You have the two on.
Declare seu nome completo e soletre seu nome e sobrenome aqui, por favor.
I would be shooketh. I'm telling you, if I had to sit there and relive this creep attacking me and stealing my purse. Thank you, Dre's Runt Over Crocs. I would be, and you know how when you're so mad too, on top of it, you can't even really, it's hard to articulate. Oh, I feel so bad for this lady. All the people that got up and did their testimony, God bless, because I cannot imagine what they went through being attacked. Like just living your life and just having someone come from out the bushes to violate you on multiple different levels. This is absolutely a freaking nightmare, on top of the fact that this guy is such a class A weirdo. It's a mess. But yes, this is not going to be the sexual assault. If anyone was going to feel a way about hearing that, This is the young lady who I believe got her purse. This might be the one who got her purse stolen. Because based on it, I think he hit her. Yeah, he's despicable. No wonder it only took 21 minutes for the jury to come back.
Renata Camilo de Barros.
Martha Camila
Camilo de Barros.
de Barros. Martha Camila de Barros.
Renata Camilo de Barros.
Hey, no more ponytails. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon.
Nata Camillo de.
If you are just now coming in, we are watching. Did I put it up? Hold on. I don't think I put it up yet. Just a second. I thought I did. Uh-oh. There we go. Joseph Killins. This was the DoorDash assault case. Sir, I think he got 3 life sentences and plus 50 years. We started watching this yesterday. Law and Crime and Court TV are teasing us by putting it up piecemeal, so it's not my fault. We're doing the best we can, okay? But we're piecing it together. We're making it make sense. We looked up the cases. We started yesterday. So you were sent here by Kathy. We love Kathy. Miss Gossip, Rumor, Innuendo. We love her. Thank you so much for coming through. My father's alibi. Okay. Thank you for coming through. We love her. So, and we love you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for One Eccentric. Thank you. Dre's went over Crocs. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. And take a minute. If you haven't subscribed, we're nice here. Go ahead, subscribe, thumbs up the live, and let's get back into it. We'll let her do her testimony unless we just absolutely have to jump in. But yeah, this is just insanity. This guy is such a freaking clown. Thank you so much, Integrity Matters. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. We're almost there. We are almost there, y'all. Y'all are handling that business and making me feel very special. Thank you.
Barros.
Thank you. I'm going to need you to keep your voice nice.
I hope this lady can put all of this behind her after today, after that day.
Right in front of you when you're answering questions.
I think this is Portuguese. This is definitely not Spanish. It's giving Portuguese, so maybe she's Brazilian or something like that. This is definitely not Spanish. I believe it's Portuguese.
Okay. You may proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Barros.
Bom dia, Senhora Barros.
Make sure that we let the interpreter interpret everything before you start responding, okay?
Vou pedir que você aguarde a intérprete interpretar a pergunta antes de começar a responder, pode ser?
Okay.
Ok.
Mr. Barros, on April 19th of 2023, do you remember going to the Balara Lakes apartments?
Senhora Barros, no dia 19 de abril de 2023, a senhora se lembra de ter ido no Balara Lakes Apartments?
Sim.
Yes.
Why were you going to those apartments on April 19th?
E por que você foi nesses apartamentos no dia 19 de abril?
Eu fui encontrar uma amiga que eu ia ajudar ela a limpar umas casas.
I was there to meet a friend and I was going to help her to clean some houses.
Do you remember how or what time you arrived at the apartment complex?
Você se lembra que hora chegou no condomínio?
Era pela manhã, por volta de 7h50, entre 7h50 e 8 horas da manhã.
It was in the morning, in between 7:50 and 8 a.m. in the morning.
And how did you arrive to the apartment complex?
E como você chegou no condomínio?
Eu saí da onde eu morava, peguei o ônibus, soltei próximo ao condomínio e caminhei até o condomínio.
I left my house, I took a bus, and I got off the bus close to where the complex is, and I walked until the apartment complex.
Did you have to walk from the front of the apartment complex towards where your friend lives, further in the back of the complex?
Então você teve que andar da entrada do condomínio até o final do condomínio, da parte de trás do condomínio onde a sua amiga mora?
Sim.
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you observe as you were walking from the front of the apartment complex towards your friend's apartment?
E você notou alguma coisa ao andar da entrada do condomínio até onde a sua amiga mora? Caso tenha notado alguma coisa.
Não.
No, I don't. No.
Was anybody else outside while you were walking that morning?
Tinha mais alguém lá fora enquanto você ia para... Você viu alguém lá fora enquanto você ia caminhando para a casa da sua amiga?
O caminho é uma rua e no começo não percebi pessoas, mas quando eu estava entrando, estava vindo outra pessoa contrária a mim, mas eu não reparei muito, não reparei muito. Vi que era uma pessoa, mas não dei muita importância.
So the way that I was walking on was a street, and at first I didn't notice. Then I noticed someone. I noticed there was a person, but I didn't really pay close attention to that person. And for me at the time, it wasn't that important.
Okay, and I'm going to show you on the monitor to your left, States Exhibit 7C.
Eu vou mostrar para você, vai aparecer aqui no telão, for marcado como prova 7C.
Thank you, Granny. Thank you, hon.
On the bottom left of this photograph, is that where you started walking into the apartment complex?
No canto inferior esquerdo aqui dessa página é a...
Did we hit the goal? What? Did we hit our goal? Hold on.
dessa foto. É aí que você
He's
começou a
having a
andar
fit.
no apartamento da sua amiga?
Hold on, he's having a fit, y'all. Is he having... Y'all, he's getting ready to have a fit. Oh, okay. We hit it. Oh, we did hit it. Thank you so much, you guys. Oh my gosh. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. So I guess we're having Sunday Fun Day tomorrow. Hey! We're having Sunday Fun Day tomorrow, guys. Yes! Sunday Fun Day! What are we doing? Baby, tomorrow is Sunday Fun Day. I guess we're doing Sunday Fun Day. What are we going to do, y'all? Should we do a Nesto throwback tomorrow? Y'all. Okay. Bible lady was like, yes, go. We did it. Yes. Sunday Fun Day. Okay, loading. Yes.
Too good to me. God's been too good to me.
Okay. Tomorrow. Yes. Amen. Tomorrow. Yes. Okay. What have we been pending on Nesto? Okay. Tomorrow, I feel like we have to do something Nesto-ish.
Believe I will. Believe I will.
I don't know. Okay. Let me get my brain flowing on what we'll do some sort of, we'll find something. We'll find something and we'll get into it. You know, we always find something to get into. Okay. Hey. Okay. Y'all, we're going to have to get back into this very serious testimony. We had to take a little praise break for a minute because y'all handled that business. Thank you so much, you guys. Yes. Thank you, guys. Y'all are amazing. Okay. It's an awful story. And Sir is completely out of pocket for everything that he did. And I feel so bad for these women. It's just terrible. And he's such a creep. I really, really, really wish. I think this was only 2 or 3 days of a trial. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. So only 2 or 3. This was maybe 2 days. And Law and Crime and Court TV obviously have the footage and they're cutting it up. The one where Lamont was trying to explain his bond after he listened to you. Oh, how bond works? Can you send me the link to that video? The phone calls from prison video. I'm sure there's probably, if I search Lamont, maybe it'll come up, but I don't know. Can you send it to me, hon? Send it to me. So you want to talk about how Nesto did not understand how bond works. That's what we're going to do tomorrow? Okay. And maybe we'll find, I don't want to drag it out too much, but Lamont explaining bond and then maybe whatever video is in that time period with Sonya, something like that. Okay. Okay, we'll find it. Somebody send it to me, please, through YouTube or an email. Okay, let's get back to the testimony, y'all. And we'll try not to interrupt. I'm gonna just go ahead, girl. I'm gonna get out and then I'm gonna turn off my mic.
Sim.
Yes.
And which
You want me to play the call to the bondsman? Oh my God. Ah.
direction were you walking the morning of April 19th?
E você foi para qual direção na manhã do dia 19 de abril?
Na direção da Walter Ford.
Towards the Walter Port.
Is that Waterford Avenue?
Yes.
The Waterford Avenue?
Yes.
Okay. At what point while you were walking on Waterford Avenue did you see another individual?
Em que ponto dessa sua caminhada que você estava fazendo em direção ao Waterford você viu essa pessoa?
Eu posso mostrar? Pronto.
Can I show it?
Tell me when to stop my pen.
Fala para mim quando eu devo parar a caminhada.
Stop.
Stop.
So close to where Waterford Avenue turns into Cool Spring Road in the top left corner of this photo.
Então foi no final da Waterford, próximo a Cool Spring Road, aqui no lado direito dessa foto.
Yes.
Yes.
The person that you saw walking on Waterford Avenue, was it male or female?
A pessoa que você viu andando na Waterford era homem ou mulher?
Homem.
Male.
And was there anything that you recognized about him at the time or remember about him at the time that you saw him walking that morning?
E você se lembra de alguma coisa que faz lembrar dele, alguma coisa que ele fazia, alguma coisa que faz com que você lembre daquela manhã?
Eu só vi uma pessoa vindo.
I only saw a person coming.
E sabia que era um homem. Negro.
I knew it was a man, black.
As you were walking and approaching the building towards the back of the apartment complex that we previously pointed out, did you wind up turning into one of those buildings?
Ao chegar, quando você estava próximo desses apartamentos que era da sua amiga, você virou para um desses apartamentos?
Sim.
Para entrar no prédio?
Sim.
Yes.
And was that building 7?
E o prédio na qual você virou era o prédio número 7?
Não me recordo o número.
I don't remember the number.
Okay. When you turned into the building, did you immediately go to your friend's apartment?
Quando você entrou no prédio, você foi imediatamente para casa da sua amiga?
Não. Eu fiquei parada na escada, porque ela tinha saído para caminhar com a cachorra e eu fiquei esperando na porta da escada, na frente da escada.
No, I waited her in the stair because she had gone walk with her dog, and I was waiting her by the stair.
Alright. And I misspoke a moment ago in identifying the building, but in 21B, that's been previously admitted, do you recognize the outside of this building?
Agora há pouco eu falei errado. Eu cometi um erro. É o 21B. Essa é a frente do prédio onde você se encontrava?
Sim.
Yes.
And do you see the area that you walked towards to get to the stairwell while you waited for your friend to walk her dog?
E você está vendo essa área na qual você andou ao esperar a sua amiga, esperar ela na escada?
Sim.
Yes.
There are 2 breezeways in this photograph. Do you recall if it was the breezeway on the left or the breezeway on the right that you walked through?
Então, há 2 breezeways aqui nessa foto. Você se lembra se eram 2 ou 3 no momento em que você entrou no prédio?
Eu entrei pela área do deficiente.
I entered using the handicapped area.
So I'm showing states 21C. When you enter that breezeway, can we see all the way to the back side of the building?
Estou mostrando, apresentando prova 21C. Quando você entrou por aqui, você conseguia ver o fundo, lá no fundo do prédio?
Sim.
Yes.
F. Is this the area where you waited for your friend by the stairs?
Na prova 21F, é essa área em que você aguardou a sua amiga na escada?
Sim.
Yes.
And where in this photograph do you recall waiting for your friend?
E onde nessa foto você esperou a sua amiga, que você se lembra?
Em frente à escada.
In front of the stairs.
Closer to the grassy area?
Perto do gramado?
Sim.
Yes.
Showing stage 21H. Are these the same stairs just from that grassy area outside?
Prova 21H. Essa mesma área do gramado lá fora?
Sim.
Yes.
Were you standing directly in front of the stairs, over to the side, or out here in the grassy area, or something else?
Você estava exatamente na frente da escada, aqui fora, você estava do lado do gramado, onde exatamente?
Em cima da calçada, encostada na parede, sem pisar na grama. Em frente à
On the
escada.
curb, very close to the wall. I was not stepping on the grassy area in front of the stairs.
Where I'm pointing my pen, is this what you're describing as the area that you were standing?
onde eu estou colocando a minha caneta, é aqui que você aguardar?
Yes.
Okay, so just above where the yellow paint is for the curb, in front of the stairs.
E exatamente aqui, nessa parte de cima amarela, na frente da escada.
Yes.
As you were standing there, which way were you looking?
E quando você estava parada aqui, você estava virada para qual lado?
De frente pra grama.
I was looking towards the grassy area.
So fair to say your back was to the stairs.
Então é justo afirmar que as suas costas estavam para a escada.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. What do you remember happening, if anything, while you were standing in that area?
E o que aconteceu enquanto você estava ali naquela área? Caso se lembre de ter acontecido alguma coisa.
Eu estava mexendo no celular e veio um homem por trás e me agarrou pelo pescoço e me deu golpe na cabeça, me jogou no chão e
Madam Interpreter, can you please relate to us what she's already said?
Yes. I was on my phone and a man came from my behind. He grabbed me by the neck and he punched my head. He threw me to the ground and
Mr. Burrows, are you okay to continue?
yeah.
tá tudo bem para você continuar?
Sim.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. You said you were standing there on your phone and a man came from behind and put you in a chokehold. And I believe you demonstrated as you were speaking about that, where the person's elbow was around your neck. Is that fair?
Deixa eu te perguntar dessa maneira. Então você estava de costas no seu telefone e veio um homem por trás e ele te deu um mata-leão da maneira que você descobriu, que você descreveu, desculpa, com o seu cotovelo, o cotovelo dele na frente do seu pescoço. Correto?
Sim.
Yes.
And you said that the person threw you to the ground. Was that still on the concrete area or was that now in the grassy area?
E aí você disse que a pessoa te jogou no chão. Isso foi no concreto ou na grama?
Na grama.
Na grassy area.
When you fell to the ground, what did you do?
Quando você caiu no chão, o que você fez?
Eu comecei a gritar e a chutar com a perna, mas ele, mais forte do que eu, me dava golpes na cabeça. E
I started to yell and I started kicking him with my leg, but he was stronger than I was. And he was striking my head and
e ele me dando golpes e eu chutando ele. E eu gritando, e ele mandava eu calar a boca. E começou a chegar algumas pessoas. Antes ele conseguiu pegar minha mochila.
He was striking me while I was kicking him. I yelled. He was asking me to shut up. Then some people came. Before that, he was able to get my backpack.
Mr. Burrows, how long had you been standing in front of that stairwell before the man came up behind you?
Senhora Barros, a senhora ficou parada naquela escada por quanto tempo antes de ser atingida?
Pouco tempo. Uns 3, 4 minutos. Foi rápido.
Little time. It was 3 to 4 minutes. It was fast.
And when you were thrown to the ground, were you still wearing the book bag that you just mentioned?
Quando você foi jogado no chão, você ainda estava usando a mochila que você acabou de descrever?
Sim.
Yes.
The book bag, is that like a purse book bag or a book bag that a kid would take to school? Can you describe that for us?
E a sua mochila era uma mochila tipo bolsa, era uma mochila tipo essas escolares? Você pode escrever exatamente como era a sua mochila?
Tipo escola.
It was like a school backpack.
What did you have inside of it?
E o que tinha dentro dela?
Tinha minha drive license do Brasil, meu cartão do banco, uns $40, um cordão de ouro, meu fone de ouvido e tinha uns lençóis que eu ia dar para minha amiga.
So I had my Brazilian driver's license inside of it. I had a bank card around $40, a gold neck, my earphones, and some bed sheets that I was going to give to my friend.
I believe she might have said gold chains or anything.
Yes. To clarify,
Yes.
Madam Interpreter, can you please have her specify or can we clarify what she was referring to? I think you interpreted as gold neck.
Interpret clarifies for the record, yes, that gold necklace, like a gold chain.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Barros, when you went to the ground, did you fall on your back, meaning the book bag was on the ground, or did you fall face forward?
Senhora Barros, quando a senhora foi jogada no chão, a senhora caiu de costas, ou seja, em cima da mochila, ou a senhora caiu de frente?
De costas.
On my back.
And you said that you were kicking at the man who had attacked you, correct?
E você disse que estava chutando o homem que estava te atacando, certo?
Sim.
And
Yes.
you said you were screaming. Were you screaming noises or were you screaming words?
Você disse que gritava, você gritava palavras ou fazia barulhos?
Barulho.
Noises.
And as you were screaming and kicking, I believe you testified that the individual was hitting your head.
E enquanto você gritava, eu acredito que você disse que o homem estava te golpeando na cabeça?
Sim.
Yes.
Other than telling you to stay quiet or
I'm sorry, you guys, but this guy is over here putting on a whole entire show. He is scribbling. He's putting his head on the desk. He's just, it's so just, I'm sure the jury is like, what in the whole fuck is going on here? This guy is a damn clown. He's such a clown. He's so disrespectful. Like these people can't even get their testimony out. I sent it on IG. Okay, I'm going to go look. And thank you. Welcome to Jasmine, y'all. Jasmine says she is always on the replay. Okay. Jasmine is always upon the replay, which we love you upon the replay. Replay, we love y'all. Okay. But Jasmine is here. Welcome, 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 Jasmine. We're trying to let this victim get her piece out and not interrupt too much. No, we did not get the whole entire trial. We are working through the law and crime playlist. That's why it took 20 minutes to get, girl, that's why it took 20 minutes to give him a whole entire multiple life sentences and all of the things. Girl, he's writing in crayon. Would you stop? Okay, let's get back to it. Let's let sis get through her testimony so we can go ahead and get to the verdict and the sentencing. Okay. Because then we're gonna get a little bit more of the story. Okay. Welcome, sis. We appreciate you. We're so happy you're here. Okay, happy Saturday, baby.
Shut up. What, if anything else, was that individual saying to you?
Além de mandar você ficar quieto, mandar você calar a boca, o que mais aquele indivíduo falava para você?
Só isso. Mandava calar a boca.
Only that. She was asking me to shut up.
I know this is a hard question, but are you able to say approximately how long it was that you were struggling on the ground with that man before others arrived?
Essa eu acredito que seja uma pergunta difícil, mas você consegue estimar quanto tempo você ficou nessa luta com esse homem até as pessoas começarem a chegar?
Parecia uma eternidade, mas deve ter sido uns 3 minutos. Não sei ao certo responder, mas parecia uma eternidade. Que não ia acabar nunca.
It seems like eternity, but I mean, I think it was for 3 minutes. I don't know exactly, but it seemed to me like an eternity, like something that would never end.
And ultimately, people, in fact, did come to assist you, correct?
E aí, no final, pessoas realmente vieram te ajudar, certo?
Sim.
Yes.
Do you remember if it was men or women or both that came to help you?
Você lembra se eram homens, mulheres, ou ambos? Um homem ou uma mulher, ou ambos que vieram te ajudar?
Sim. Sim.
Yes. Yes.
Tell us what you remember seeing or hearing as people approached to help.
Diga para nós o que você se lembra ter ouvido ou visto enquanto as pessoas chegavam.
As pessoas estavam chegando e eu ainda estava na grama e elas perguntaram se eu estava bem. Outra pessoa que estava em cima também perguntou se eu estava bem, se eu precisava de ajuda.
While people were arriving, I was still on the ground, and they asked if I was okay. Other people up there asked if I needed any help.
When you said other people up there, what do you mean?
Quando você fala a pessoa lá em cima, o que você quer dizer com isso?
Tinha uma senhora na no apartamento em cima. Ela saiu e perguntou se eu estava bem.
There was a lady in the upstairs apartment. She came out and asked if I was okay.
As that lady was asking if you were okay, were you still being attacked by the man?
Quando ela perguntou, no momento que a senhora perguntou se você estava ok, estava tudo bem, você ainda estava sendo atacada pelo homem?
Não.
Não.
So, what happened to the man?
E aí o que aconteceu com o homem?
Ele saiu com a minha mochila caminhando e quando chegou as pessoas, ele correu.
So he left to walk with my backpack, And when these people came, he ran away.
So just to confirm, he did ultimately get your backpack off of you?
Então, só para confirmar, ele conseguiu tirar a mochila de você?
Sim.
Yes.
You did not give him your backpack?
Você não deu para ele a mochila?
Não.
Não.
Going to publish what's been previously introduced as State's Exhibit 22.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
Ms. DeBarros, do you recognize the screaming that we hear in that video?
Senhora Barros, a senhora reconhece esses gritos que você ouviu nesse vídeo?
Sim.
Yes.
Who was that?
Quem que era?
Sou eu.
Me. It's me.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you remember after fighting back with that man, what he was wearing or what he looked like?
Você se lembra como que ele parecia, o que ele usava? Como tá com o homem?
Uma calça escura e uma blusa clara, branca.
A dark pants and a light t-shirt.
When you say t-shirt, does that mean no sleeves, short sleeves, or long sleeves?
Quando você fala blusa, você diz de manga curta, manga longa, ou sem manga?
Longa.
Long.
Do you remember anything about the man's facial features?
Você consegue se lembrar de alguma característica facial do homem?
Ele tinha um cavanhaque no cabelo aqui.
He had some goatee, like some hair here.
Anything else that you remember about this man and what he looked like?
Algo mais que você se lembre a respeito desse homem ou que parecia?
Ele não tinha muito cabelo.
He didn't have that much hair.
Anything else?
Algo mais? No.
After the man ran away with your book bag and the other individuals came to assist you, did law enforcement also arrive?
Depois que o homem saiu com a sua mochila e as pessoas chegaram, a polícia chegou?
Sim.
Yes.
And after you spoke with them, did they take pictures of injuries you received during the attack?
Depois de ter falado com eles tiraram fotos das lesões que você sofreu no ataque?
Sim.
Yes.
Showing states 21L. Was this your face after the attack?
Na prova 21L, essa era o seu rosto após o ataque?
Sim.
Yes.
The mark on your forehead, did you have that before you were attacked?
Essa marca na sua testa, você já estava com ela antes do ataque?
Não.
Não.
The mark on the left side of your face, between your nose and your lip, did you have that before the attack?
essa marca do seu lado esquerdo, entre o nariz e a boca, você já estava com ela antes de ser atacada?
Não.
Não.
The bruising or swelling of your lip on the left side, did you have that before the attack?
Esse hematoma e esse inchaço no seu lado esquerdo, você já estava com essa marca antes de ser atacada?
Não.
Não.
Showing states 21M. The mark that we see by your left ear, did you have that before the attack?
Na prova 21N, essa marca que nós estamos vendo na sua orelha esquerda, você já estava com ela?
Não.
Não.
Showing states 20O. Behind the injury behind your left ear, did you have that before the attack?
Na prova 20, você já estava com essa lesão na sua orelha esquerda antes de ser atacada?
Não.
Não.
Showing states 21P. The redness and light bruising behind your right ear, did you have that before the attack?
Na prova 21B, essa vermelhidão e esses hematomas no topo da sua orelha esquerda, você já estava com ela antes do ataque?
Não.
Não.
The injuries that we just saw in those photographs, how long after the attack were those photographs taken?
Essas lesões que acabamos de ver nessas fotos, essas fotos foram tiradas quanto tempo depois da lesão?
Foi no mesmo dia.
It was the same day.
Did you wind up taking additional photographs either later that day or within the next day or two showing the progression of those injuries?
Naquele mesmo dia ou nos dias seguintes, você tirou fotos adicionais para mostrar a progressão das lesões?
Sim.
Yes.
Showing states 23A. Did you take this photograph?
Prova 23A. Foi você que tirou essa foto?
Sim.
Yes.
And do you recall how much later after the attack you took this photograph?
E você se lembra quanto tempo depois de ter sido atacado você tirou essa foto?
Não me recordo, mas no meu celular tem a data.
I don't remember, but I have the date on my phone.
Do you remember it being within a couple days of the attack?
Você lembra de ter tirado alguns dias depois do ataque?
Sim.
Yes.
Showing state 23D. Is this one of your arms?
Prova 23D. Este é um dos seus braços?
É minha perna.
My leg.
Okay. And what are you showing us in states 23D?
E o que aparece aqui na prova 23D?
É um hematoma.
Is a bruise.
Was that bruise on your leg before the attack?
Esse hematoma já estava na sua perna antes de você ter sido atacada?
Não.
Não.
And states 23E. Is this your left arm?
Na prova 23E, este aqui é o seu braço esquerdo?
Sim.
And
Yes.
the bruising that we see on your left arm, was that there before the attack?
E esse hematoma que vemos no braço esquerdo já estava lá antes de ser atacado?
Não.
Não.
If I can have a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
State will pass the witness.
Cross-examination.
One moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
I think he really thinks he's coach over there. I think he really thinks that he was giving his lawyer some excellent questions to ask and all kinds of information. This guy is a complete nut job. This is, to me, we're seeing glimpses of what a Nesto trial is. Because, I mean, when I first saw, this is the reason, this guy's whole demeanor. If you didn't watch yesterday, you got to see yesterday, because his whole demeanor just was giving me like, I wonder if this is how Nesto would behave in court. Like, that's what drew me in. Just a mess. Okay, let's hear what the lawyer is going to ask this particular victim. And like I said earlier, in yesterday, I did look for the police report, like giving at least a timeline or something regarding the DoorDasher that was attacked. He says that he had a relationship with this woman and he was trying to break it off. The DoorDasher, not this woman particularly who's testifying, but ultimately the sexual assault and the shooting, that whole situation. This is a lady he robbed after that other situation. We read the police report to the purse snatching event where he beat this lady who is now testifying. I looked for the other police report for the shooting and assault case, and it's under seal for obvious reasons, right? He's too arrogant and mental. Yeah, he's a mess. He's mess. He's messy. He's awful.
Good morning, ma'am.
Well, the prosecutor says that his street name was called Big Head. They called him on the streets, they called him Big Head for obvious reasons, right? It happened in like when Ma'am when the young lady, Miss Ma'am, got nabbed. That, I believe, happened first. Wait, what happened? He went from the Residence Inn. Okay, so so it happened in about, like, let's just say one night going into the following day. He was at International Mall or something. He was at some hotel across the street from International Mall, and Ma'am was coming to deliver a pizza at the Residence Inn. He nabbed the lady at the Residence Inn with the pizza. He made her drive around. He sexually assaulted her. That whole thing happened. He took off, jumped a fence, right? He was hiding out at the apartment complex, and that's when he went to steal this lady who's on the stand now. I think that's how it went. He kidnapped Ma'am, sexually assaulted her. The people came to rescue her. The girlfriend, the sister came to rescue her. I'm assuming they called the police. But you know, they had the read on her tracker, went to go find her. Lady bought a gun. No. Let me rewind that. He had a gun. I don't know if she had a weapon or not, but he had a gun that he was threatening the victim with. The gun went off, shot one of the people who came to help the sister. And then he takes off, jumps a fence, and goes to the next complex, and that's where he encounters this lady. He probably was trying to steal her bag so he can get some money and get back to West Tampa. That's what he was saying.
I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can so she can hear me. Oh, the judge has indicated talk louder, so I'm going to talk even louder. Can you hear me okay?
Eu vou falar alto para que você consiga me ouvir. Está me ouvindo bem?
Yes.
All right.
The interpreter can hear you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And her answer was yes.
Perfect. 2 for 2. You cannot with certainty identify who attacked you, correct?
Você não consegue com certeza identificar quem te atacou, certo?
Consigo.
I can.
Okay. You could not at the time, though, correct?
Mas naquela hora você não conseguiu, certo?
Onde?
Where?
Well, at the time it occurred, were you ultimately asked to identify someone in a photo?
No momento do ataque, posteriormente foi pedido para que você identificasse uma pessoa baseada na foto.
Sim, eram 6 pessoas, aparentemente iguais, da mesma.
Yes. Pode falar.
Homens negros, sem cabelo e barba, meia barba. Eu não dei 100% de certeza, mas se eu tivesse que apostar, eu apostaria em um, e era ele.
Yes, there were around 6 people. They were apparently all the same, all black, not much hair, some goatee. I said that I wasn't 100% sure, but if I had to guess, I was going to pick one, and he was the one.
Okay, and that's what I was getting at. You said if you had to guess, that would be the one you picked, correct?
Counselor, apologies. Can you please repeat?
Yes, ma'am.
You broke up.
I said, and that's what I was getting at. If you had to guess, it would be that one, correct?
Por isso que eu disse, foi isso que você disse. Se você tivesse que chutar, você escolheria, correto?
Sim.
Yes.
Now, the description of the person that attacked you ultimately, previously you said had no hair, correct?
Agora, a descrição que você deu da pessoa que te atacou, agora há pouco você disse que ela não tinha cabelo, certo?
Não tinha muito cabelo.
Not much hair.
Okay, do you recall previously testifying no hair?
Agora, o que você testemunhou agora há pouco foi sem cabelo.
Totalmente sem cabelo, não.
No, not 100% without hair.
I'm sorry, could you repeat, please?
Interpret repeats. No, not 100% hairless.
Okay, so you do not recall testifying before that he had no hair?
Então você não se lembra de ter dito que ele não tinha cabelo.
Eu falei que ele não tinha muito cabelo.
I said that he didn't have much hair.
Page 12. I understand. All right. It's page 12.
Yes.
So my question is, before today, did you previously describe the person that attacked you as having no hair?
Minha pergunta para você foi, antes de hoje, numa outra ocasião, você chegou a descrever esse indivíduo como uma pessoa sem cabelo?
Não. Careca totalmente, não.
No, not 100% bald.
All right. Do you recall having your deposition taken in this case?
Você se lembra quando seu depoimento foi colhido neste caso?
Não. Não.
Não.
Do you recall having to raise your right hand and being asked questions on May 3rd of 2024?
Você prestou seu depoimento em maio de 2024 e ergueu sua mão direita para prestar seu depoimento?
Não me recordo quando foi.
I don't remember when that was.
Okay, but do you recall that experience of raising your hand and being asked questions by a female attorney about this case?
Você não se lembra de ter erguido sua mão direita e prestado depoimento para este processo?
Eu lembro que eu fiz isso, eu só não lembro a data.
I remember doing this, just don't remember the date.
Okay, and that's fair. Would looking at the date refresh your recollections? Help you remember?
I'm sorry, Councilor, can you repeat?
Yes, I said, would looking at the date refresh your recollection? And then I said, would it help you remember the date?
Então, olhando da data, isso te ajudaria a lembrar o dia que isso aconteceu?
May I approach her?
Sure.
And just for the record, she didn't answer, but she shook her head in the affirmative. That's why I was approaching. Can she read English? I just realized that.
I doubt it.
That's what just hit me.
Let me ask her a couple questions. So between the time this incident happened, this attack happened to you, and today, did you go and answer questions under oath for a lawyer?
No período entre o acidente e hoje, depois do acidente até hoje, você foi em algum lugar responder perguntas sobre este acidente?
Falamos com a promotora semana passada.
We just spoke to the prosecutor last week.
No, I'm talking about before that. Did you appear and answer questions where somebody representing the person that's accused of doing this to you asked you questions?
Não, eu me refiro a antes disso. Você foi em algum lugar e prestou seu depoimento em que você respondeu perguntas que foram feitas por um advogado que representa a pessoa que fez isso com você?
Sim, aqui.
Yes, he was here.
Okay.
And during that deposition, do you recall being asked, can you describe him?
E durante este depoimento que a senhora se lembra de ter sido pedido para a senhora descrever o indivíduo?
Sim.
Yes,
Eu descrevi.
I described him.
Right. And do you recall answering, quote, yes, he had dark skin with no hair, a little bit of beard, eyesight, his eyes was like me, he was bigger than I.
Você se lembra ter respondido o seguinte, abre aspas, sim, ele era um homem escuro, sem cabelo, um pouco de barba, meio os olhos extraviados, olhos maldosos, e ele era maior que eu.
Sim.
Yes.
Posso ter falado isso, que é a verdade.
I might have said that because that's the truth.
Okay, the truth was no hair, is that correct?
A verdade era sem cabelo, certo?
Não totalmente sem cabelo.
Not 100% no hair.
And that's different than what you said today, correct?
E o que você está dizendo hoje é diferente, certo?
Não.
Não.
So your testimony is no hair and didn't have much hair is the same thing.
O que você está dizendo é que sem cabelo e não ter muito cabelo é a mesma coisa?
Não. O problema é o cabelo?
No. Is there an issue with the hair?
Well, there is an issue because you previously said no hair and then today you said didn't have much hair. And I'm trying to understand how those are the same thing.
Não, porque você falou que são a mesma coisa. E agora você falou que não tinha cabelo e hoje aqui você disse que tinha pouco cabelo e está dizendo que isso é a mesma coisa.
Não, não é a mesma coisa. Eu tinha pouco cabelo.
No, it's not the same thing. He had little hair.
Mais para menos do que para mais.
More to little hair than to more hair.
Okay. And you described a little bit of a beard, correct?
Você descreveu pouco de barba, certo?
Sim.
Yes.
Was that a reference to like the length of the beard or the style of the beard?
Você se referia ao tamanho da barba ou o estilo dela?
Era aqui o estilo.
It was right here, the style.
And today you testified, I believe that, well, did you testify to the color of the t-shirt that the person had on today?
E eu acredito que você disse a cor da camiseta, da blusa que a pessoa estava vestindo hoje. Hoje não, desculpa. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Eu quero rephrase this. Eu acredito que você mencionou a cor da blusa que ele estava vestindo no momento do ataque.
Sim.
Yes.
A little bit ago, we talked about your deposition. Do you remember those questions?
Essas perguntas também lhe foram feitas no seu depoimento. A senhora se lembra?
Sim.
Yes.
All right, and same question, Bob. 12 and then 25 to the next page. During that deposition, do you recall being asked, do you maybe remember what he was wearing?
Durante enquanto você prestava o seu depoimento, você lembra de ter respondido a pergunta? Você se lembra do que ele estava usando?
Sim. Me recordo.
All right, and during
Yes,
that,
I remember.
and during that deposition, did you answer, quote, I don't remember his shirt, but the shirt was up to the arm, the length of your arm, up to where that he choked, long sleeve, I guess. Do you recall that?
Você se lembra ter dito durante o seu depoimento que você não se lembrava da camiseta dele, mas era uma camiseta de manga longa, na altura do comprimento do braço, e você se lembra aproximadamente você se lembra mais ou menos disso quando ele te deu o mata-leão? Eu não sei ao certo. Você lembra ter dito isso?
Não.
Não.
You don't recall answering that way.
I'm sorry.
I said you don't recall answering that way.
A senhora não se lembra de ter respondido assim?
Assim não. Porque a camisa não era no braço. Era até aqui.
No, not that way, because he didn't have a short sleeve shirt. It wasn't up to here.
Okay, well, what I'm focusing on is you didn't know the color back then, correct?
O que eu estou tentando focar é que você não se lembrava da cor dela, certo?
Não, eu me recordava sim.
No, I didn't remember it.
Okay, but you did today, correct?
I'm sorry, Counselor?
But you did today when you said what color it was.
Mas você se lembrou hoje, quando você disse que cor que era, correto?
Era clara para branco.
It was a light color, from light to white.
The person that attacked you actually came up from behind you, correct?
A pessoa que te atacou te atacou por trás, certo?
Certo.
Correct.
O primeiro golpe foi por trás. E todos os outros pela frente.
The first strike was from behind, and all others was from the front.
Okay, and it occurred very quickly, correct?
Counselor, apologies, can you please repeat?
Yes, ma'am. It occurred very quickly, correct?
Thank you. E foi bem rápido, certo?
Sim.
Yes.
And you testified that the person engaged in some sort of a chokehold and then pushed you down. Is that correct?
Você prestou seu depoimento que a pessoa te deu um mata-leão e depois te jogou no chão, certo?
Sim.
Yes.
If you were being choked with one arm, like held back, how did they then push you forward with the other arm?
Se o mata-leão foi com o braço, por que ele não te empurrou com o outro braço?
Você tem que perguntar a ele.
You have to ask him that question.
Your backpack was on your back, correct?
A sua mochila estava nas suas costas, certo?
Certo.
Correct.
When you fell, did you fall on your back?
Quando você caiu, caiu de costas no chão?
Sim.
Yes.
Were you laying on the backpack at that point?
Você caiu em cima da sua mochila e estava em cima dela?
Sim.
Yes.
At what point was the person that attacked you able to get the backpack off your back if you were on your back?
Em que momento a pessoa conseguiu tirar a mochila das suas costas, caso consiga se lembrar?
De alguma forma ele conseguiu pegar, porque ele pegou. E eu também estava tentando me levantar. Nisso, ele deve ter conseguido pegar.
Somehow he was able to get it because he did. I was also trying to get up. And at this moment, at this point, he was able to get my backpack.
We have a moment, right?
Sure.
Yo, he is such a freaking clown. Why did they have his butt in our face? Okay. You're not good. Look, I'm going to just say this. At the end of the day, you're not going to remember everything. The lady was walking. The man came up behind her, grabbed her in a chokehold, and beat the shit out of her. And who knows how long it even happened. It could have been 15, 20 seconds. Just the sheer terror of walking and having someone come up behind you and yoke you from behind is terrifying. Like, that is awful. So how is she? You say he's coaching? Yeah, he's his lawyer. So if you missed yesterday, his lawyer basically had to put on the record because he was asking his lawyer to ask the witnesses several questions and really push the witnesses, which of course that doesn't give you favor, right? He said that he wants me to go there and I don't know that going there is even going to yield, like he used all these not legal expressions, but legalese. Like, I don't know if he said something like, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze. He was saying all kinds of stuff like, I don't want to kick the door open. If I kick the door open, it's going to leave the room for more testimony. And then the guy was like, kick what door open? I don't understand what's going on. And he's like, oh, Your Honor, I don't know if the squeeze is worth the juice. And this. So, I mean, we kind of basically, I don't know if it's worth pressing this victim for what we're going to get out of it. And if I ask these questions, it's going to open the door for probably character testimony and things like that. So they'll be able to bring in other things. If I ask this thing, it's going to bring. So there was all that conversation. So they could have been talking about any of these witnesses. But anyway, yes. I mean, sir is a mess. I feel we've watched almost the whole playlist, but let's go to not this one, but we're going to go to the next one. We got to go to the next one first.
Versus Joseph. Killins.
Okay, hold on.
Case 23.
Okay. Wait. Let's look. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. We already looked at the jury charge. He was mad because I feel like we started when they were talking about the lesser included. Okay. So, all right. Have we looked at the whole playlist? I think we have. We've looked at, yeah. Okay. Let's look at, this is when he gets his verdict. And this is when we get the sentencing. So we got two more, baby. We're almost done. Oh, Jesus. Sir is he is sending me with these expressions, with these looks. Okay, let's get back into it. But I feel bad for the lady because I know she was overwhelmed. I pray to God that This is just awful. Absolutely awful. This guy. He came out of nowhere and attacked all these women. One woman who was doing her job delivering DoorDash, and another woman who was trying to help save her, and another woman who was going about her business trying to go help a friend clean houses.
CF 5961, Trial Division 2, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 1. The defendant is guilty of kidnapping as charged. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 2. The defendant is guilty of sexual battery with a deadly weapon as charged. At the time the sexual battery with a deadly weapon was committed, was the defendant 18 years of age or older? Yes. Did the penis of the defendant penetrate the mouth? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant use or threaten to use a deadly weapon? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 3. The defendant is guilty of robbery with a firearm as charged. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the
So these are all the aggravators. So some of these offenses may not necessarily be life offenses, but because of the aggravators that they're mentioning along with the offense, like the sexual assault, the use of a weapon during the assault, the penetration of a sex organ during the assault or using a sex organ, like all of that, those are all aggravators to make it a life sentence. So, because yesterday when I said he got like 3 life sentences, someone said, well, did he murder somebody? And it's not even that he murdered somebody. These are aggravators. And also he is a previous felon. So that might've been also like a habitual, but also there were aggravating factors. The fact that he did all these things under coercion of a gun, and also someone got shot. So there was an attempted, the people that came to save the lady who was in distress, so one of those people got shot. These are all aggravating, which is the reason why he ended up where he's at.
defendant actually possessed a firearm? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count.
They already knew it was coming back guilty because look, you know how they get all the officers, when someone's getting ready to get a guilty verdict, you end up with there's 25 sheriffs standing around.
Count 4. The defendant is guilty of attempted first-degree premeditated murder as charged. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally carry, display, use, threaten to use, or attempt to use a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant personally discharge a firearm? Yes. During the commission of the offense and as a result of the discharge of the firearm, did the defendant cause great bodily harm to? Yes. We, the jury, finds as follows as to count 5. The defendant is guilty of robbery as charged. So say we all dated this 13th day of August, 2026, signed by the foreperson of the jury.
Let's use numbers.
Jury number 4, is this your true and correct verdict?
That's not the right jury.
That's the number you have in your thing.
Oh, yes.
Jury number 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 12, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 15, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 17, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
And jury number 25, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
All right, so sit down, Mr. Killins. So there's a, all right, so Rich, I want you to take the jury into the jury room.
Jury has been important.
Rich, go ahead and take the jury out. Rich.
What's going on, Mr. Killins?
Man, that lying, man. I ain't do no shit like
He
that.
lying.
I don't want to tell Naya and them
Out.
what happened, man.
He goes in the holding cell. Make sure the
She lying. I ain't do that shit. She lying, y'all.
Man, that lying, man. I ain't do no shit.
I don't know them folks. She lying. Mr. Killins, what's the problem? What's
going on,
wrong?
Mr. Killins?
Man, that lying, man. I ain't do no
lying.
shit like that.
All right.
To that I don't want to tell Naya and them
Out.
what happened, man.
He goes in the holding cell. Make sure the closed circuit TV's working. Mr. Hackworth, I don't want you to go in, but I want you to go back in a few seconds and make sure the closed circuit TV's working that we've had set up. And he's going to watch this part from in there. TV's working that we've had set up.
Wait, hold on. Let me just get y'all. Let me just get my thumbnail. Sir, you're gonna have to calm down, sir. This is not good for you.
Up, and he's going to watch this part from in there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you want me to take his stuff back too?
No. I'll let my bailiffs do it.
He showed out and had himself a good old time the whole trial, making faces, having all kinds of reactions, everything. It's like, sir, enough
All right,
already.
let's take a look.
Enough.
Under the prison releasee reoffender, we have to put in, you have found Joseph Killins guilty of. You're probably a faster typer than I am, both of you youngsters over there. So if you could type those in and then just send me that one because I've got everything else set up. It's 3.16.
She filed a police report off of me.
John, you want to go back and just eyeball? Rich, is all our stuff working? Remember, I've got a second phase of this. I just didn't get to tell the jury that before he started acting up.
Why does she remind me, even though obviously she's a much younger woman, but why does she remind me of Sophia from what's her name? From the Golden Girls? The way she talks, her elocution is giving Sophia. When Sophia would be sitting there talking to Blanche, she would be sitting there talking to her daughter and all the ladies, like her elocution is just giving me Sophia.
Okay, so they can't have their stuff yet. Do we know, I need John to be able to confirm that the closed circuit is working.
Okay, let's jump ahead a little bit since obviously we have time.
I believe so. I haven't been back there with him. Oh, wait.
I don't even feel like she resembles her as much as, and maybe she does with a bob, right? But it's more her style of speech. What, babe? The mama. My husband said he can see that.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant, Joseph Killins, is a...
She just said flat out he's a rapist. Sis is not playing at this moment because he's convicted at this moment. The jury has found him guilty, so she can call him that, right? Okay.
Who robbed and terrorized, victimized 4 women between April 18th and April 19th of 2023. The evidence in this case comes in the form of videos and maps and several witnesses, and that can prove to be overwhelming. So the purpose of talking to you in this closing argument is to address some of the things we've heard from all of those witnesses, to address the narrative that the defendant has just given you about his experience and what he alleges the evidence, having had the last several years to review every police report, every statement, having had the opportunity to sit before you and listen to.
We might have heard some of this already yesterday because, of course, we were all over the place looking at clips. We did not see this particular sequenced clip. So if you saw this yesterday, just entertain. It's no need to type in, we saw this yesterday. I think I feel like I think we did, and it'll be all right. It's only 8 more minutes, and there's someone here right now who didn't, so it's going to be okay, okay?
Each of those witnesses testify about what happened to them, what his version of events was. We'll have an opportunity to discuss that, why it doesn't match the evidence. But I want you to think back to Mr. Hackworth's opening statement. Actions speak louder than words. Utilize your common sense in this particular case. Think about how each one of the victims who took the stand reacted. What was their demeanor? What did they tell you about what happened to them? But more importantly, think about why on earth each and every single one of them would have gotten on the stand to testify about the most horrific experience they have ever had, to sit in the same courtroom with the person who caused them that trauma, with cameras and a bunch of strangers. For what? What benefit have to having to take the stand and relive being forced to give oral sex to a stranger who had abducted her while she was working her second job? Think about the defendant's testimony as we go over each of these items of evidence. Her second job, she's a 20-year-old student and works 2 jobs. Left her first job after 10 o'clock at night to go make extra money to survive. And the defendant asks you to believe that she ran into his arms and disregarded a pizza into a parking space because she was so overwhelmed with the amount of love that she has for Big Head, his nickname.
I died when she said that. We heard this last night. This speech, this closing, or I think this is like an argument that they have before they make the decision for life or death or whatever, like life without parole. When she called him Big Head, that's his street name, baby, I died.
She was just so overwhelmed. She jumped onto his person, forgot about her job, forgot everything. Everything he testified to had some kind of explanation because she was just so in love with him. That's why his DNA is all over her face and all of these things. Keep in mind his outlandish statements as you review and consider the evidence that you'll take back with you. Keep in mind the courage that it took for each person to take the stand and testify about what happened to them, physically, mentally, and emotionally, because they came into contact with one person, Joseph Killins, and how that affected and changed their lives forever. He got on this stand and provided a statement that was so unbelievable. But let's point to the facts so that I can assure you that there is no question about the statements that each and every single one of those women told you when they came into this courtroom. Because at the end of the day, during a traumatic event, your mind does not record memories like a video. Each and every single person that he victimized got in here and told you what they saw, what they witnessed from their vantage point when he did it. Your mind records and stores the memories of what you experienced in that moment. But remember that what the memories are that are stored are the facts that matter, because the facts that matter in this case did not change. They all were consistent with the evidence that was provided to you, with the exception of the defendant's statements. They all were consistent with what happened to them that night. And when we are about to go over the video evidence, and you'll actually see the timeline and have an opportunity to see the timestamps and the time frames from which you see the defendant on camera, and then the victims are having contact with law enforcement, there was no way anything other than the victim's statements of what occurred that night happened. There is no way that anything other than Joseph Killins committing an abduction from that residence inn occurred. And Joseph Killins forcing to drive around for 2 hours before taking her to that apartment complex occurred. Don't rehash the questions that were asked. Why didn't you throw yourself from the moving vehicle as he nodded off to sleep? That is not any of the options the judge just read to you on your verdict form as to whether the state has established that these acts occurred. Those are distractions. Same thing with, did you say in your deposition that he had little hair and beard and crazy eyes, or bald little hair? None of those elements of the crime. None of them. You had 4 individuals who, English is their second language, came in here and told you the same statements they told law enforcement 3 years ago. They provided through all of their testimony, through the physical evidence in this case, exactly what happened to them. And they have no reason to not be telling you the exact truth. First amount of footage you have in this case comes from the video surveillance. After the vehicle from aviation leaves the scene of the shooting and goes to the entrance, it is 1:05:35 a.m. The video from the apartment complex next door, Haven, that we saw from that parking lot where the defendant jumped over the fence happens, and you'll see as the clock ticks down, the second aviation realizes that's your victim and points back to the original shooting scene. They've just missed the defendant who's hopped over the fence and gets away. The fence is the fence line between the 2 apartments. And the defendant testified that he ran through the buildings and ran away. He jumps over the fence, although he also changed that and said that that's not him in the videos. That's fine, but this is the path of travel to the fence line where this video captures. The path of travel starts where the shooting occurs, where the defendant admits he was on the aviation video. And this video captures the defendant jumping over the fence at 1:05:30, just as the first victim is making contact with the officers at the front of the complex. Seconds later, captured on the next camera to the west. When he's captured on this camera, just as was pointed out when Detective Baranowski was actually, was actually on the stand, he looks up at the aviation. He's holding his pants in the exact location where says he had a gun and was forcing her to perform oral sex on his person.
bad. You guys couldn't hear me. So they went from him getting his verdict in this video at the beginning, if you recall, and he gets taken out. And why are they doing a second set of closings? Because they're going from the guilt phase to the sentencing phase. So right now she's giving her last words. The prosecutor is saying her last kind of closing for the sentencing phase. So let's go here. And this is when we get to the sentencing phase. They went ahead and let him change his clothes. We'll get started with this. I have not seen this one at all. So, and is this where, yes, this is where he's going to get his fate. Okay. If you're here and have not yet hit the thumbs up, won't you? And if you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Let me go take out my butter and eggs for some cake. I want a slice. Okay. I would like a slice, please. Okay. Love a good homemade piece of cake.
Everybody may be seated. So, ladies and gentlemen, you see your work is not done. Okay? So you have another little set of instructions. I'm going to read those to you. And here we go. Members of the jury, there is another instruction you must now consider. For legal reasons, you were not able to consider this instruction until reaching your first verdict. All instructions provided to you in phase 1 of this proceeding still apply. The additional instructions I'm about to read to you are also applicable to the second phase of the trial, which is what we're about to do. You will now hear additional evidence. You will consider this additional evidence and the evidence you heard at the trial in making your decision. All of the previous instructions I have given you still apply to your verdict as to whether or not the state has proven each of the required elements beyond a reasonable doubt. So the next page has 10.15, convicted felon in possession of a firearm, which was count 6 of the information. To prove the crime of convicted felon in possession of a firearm, the state must prove the following 2 elements beyond a reasonable doubt. 1, Joseph Killins had been convicted of a felony. 2, after the conviction, Joseph Killins knowingly owned or had in his care, custody, possession, or control a firearm. The court instructs you that arson was a felony under Florida state law and was punishable by imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year on December 14th of 2009. Convicted, in quotes, means that a judgment has been entered in a criminal proceeding by a court pronouncing the accused guilty. A, quote, firearm means any weapon which is designed to or may readily be converted to expel a projectile by the action of an explosive or the frame or receiver of any such weapon. The term, in quotes, on or about a person means physically on the person or readily accessible to him. Care, in quotes, and custody, in quotes, means immediate charge and control exercised by a person over the named object. The terms care, custody, and control may be used interchangeably. To prove Joseph Killins, in quotes, possessed a firearm, the state must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he, A, knew of the existence of the firearm, and B, intentionally exercised control over it. Control can be exercised over a firearm whether it is carried on a person, near a person, or in a completely separate location. Mere proximity to a firearm does not establish that the person intentionally exercised control over it in the absence of additional evidence. Control can be established by proof that Joseph Killins had direct personal power to control the firearm or the present ability to direct its control by another. Possession of a firearm may be sole or joint, that is, 2 or more persons may possess it. Knowingly, in quotes, means the actual knowledge and understanding of the facts or truth. Knowingly means an act done voluntarily and intentionally and not because of mistake or accident or other innocent reason. Next page, prison releasee reoffender findings. You have found Joseph Killins guilty of armed kidnapping, sexual battery with a deadly weapon, firearm possessed, robbery with a firearm less than $750 with a firearm and possession, attempted first-degree premeditated murder, firearm, and great bodily harm, and robbery less than $750. You must now determine whether the state proved beyond a reasonable doubt whether the armed kidnapping during the commission of a felony, the sexual battery with a deadly weapon, which was a firearm and possession, robbery with a firearm less than $750, firearm and possession, attempted first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm and great bodily harm, and robbery less than $750 was committed within 3 years after Mr. Killins was released from a state correctional facility operated by the Florida Department of Corrections. The court instructs you that the sentence for arson is punishable by more than 1 year in Florida. State correctional facility, in quotes, means any prison. Verdict, which is 3.12, you may find Joseph Killins guilty as charged or not guilty. If you return a verdict of guilty, it should be for the highest offense on the verdict form for each count that has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt. If you find that no offense has been proven beyond a reasonable doubt, then of course your verdict must be not guilty. The verdict must be unanimous, that is, all of you must agree to the same verdict. Only one verdict may be returned as to each crime charged. The verdict must be in writing, and for your convenience, the next necessary verdict form has been prepared. It is as follows. Next page, you've got the verdict form. As with the other verdict form, the top is just the style. We're going to begin right under verdict form. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 6 of the information. Check only A or B and any applicable findings. A, the defendant is guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged. If you check that, then you answer during the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? And you check either yes or no. B, the defendant is not guilty. The second question is, did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Joseph Killins is a prison releasee reoffender? And the answer, first option is either A, yes, or B, no. So say we all dated this blank date of August, and there's a place for the foreperson to print their name and sign their name. Now, what I'm also going to tell you is Mr. Killins is not in the courtroom. He's absent from the courtroom. You're not to let that in any way influence your finding on this verdict form. With that being said, you can now go in the back. I think your notes are still back there.
Your Honor.
Yes.
You still have to formally present the.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's late. I'm tired. Sorry. I forgot that we have to hear evidence. All right, sorry. Might be helpful. All right, statement, call your first witness.
The state would formally waive opening and defense,
I'll waive as well, Your Honor.
and the
Okay.
state would call the new releasee.
Okay?
You solemnly swear.
This judge literally had to put in overtime. Slow down just a little bit, but she literally had to put in overtime for a couple of reasons. Number one, this guy, she showed him a lot of grace and compassion. Even though I'm going to say it, he didn't deserve it, but in the eyes of the law, and getting his day in court, he deserves to get whatever he's due. She showed him a lot of compassion and grace, and she deserves to be tired. She put in a full day, and sis really needs to be commended, because her job was hard today. On this day, this case, man, I know she is tired. Okay.
Or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, ma'am.
She ready for him to go. Yeah.
Watch your step as you go. Proceed with your chair.
Here he comes. Okay. I feel like I hear shackles.
When you have a seat, do me a favor, adjust that microphone so that it's even with your mouth.
Trying to get a picture of her.
Perfect. And if you could tell us your first and last name and spell both for us.
My name is Monique Polisi, Monique Palisi.
Thank you. You may proceed.
And where are you employed?
Tampa Police Department.
How long have you been with Tampa Police Department?
In my current job role, 9 years.
And in total,
17.
what is your current job title?
I'm a latent fingerprint specialist.
And in that position, do you have the opportunity to compare known fingerprints to fingerprints on judgment and sentences?
Yes, I do.
How many times have you previously testified as an expert in fingerprint analysis?
Approximately 50.
And how many times have you previously analyzed or compared a set of fingerprints?
Several thousands.
Is that the task that you perform each and every day for your job?
Yes, it is.
Did you, in this particular case, have an opportunity to compare the known fingerprints of an individual by the name of Joseph Killins to a penitentiary pack, also from an individual by the name of Joseph Killins?
Yes, I did.
And if I show you that penitentiary pack and the known set of fingerprints, are you able to identify your own unique markings on both?
Yes, I do.
Did you make those markings at the time that you completed your analysis as to whether these fingerprints were made by the same individual?
Yes, I did.
Your Honor, at this time, the state seeks to admit state's exhibits number 42 and 43, as well as self-authenticating exhibits 44 and 45.
Any objections?
No lawful objection.
All right, they will be admitted.
Did you have an opportunity to utilize these fingerprints as a known set of standard fingerprints that were taken from Joseph Killins, or at least that's what's indicated on the prints?
Yes, I did.
And are your markings indicated here under the box that has a marker right thumb?
Yes, they are.
Did you compare those known standard fingerprints to a penitentiary pack in state's exhibit number 43?
Yes, I did.
And are these your markings as well on the right thumb?
Yes, they are.
Are your findings then also as to both confirmed by another analyst?
Yes,
with
they
your
are.
agency? And what was your conclusion as to your analysis between the known set of fingerprints from the individual by the name of Joseph Killins and the fingerprints included with the penitentiary pack for Joseph Killins?
That both impressions were made by the same individual.
At this time, Your Honor, the state would pass the witness.
Can I consult with my clients?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
Okay, so they pulled the fingerprints that they found in the crime scene match from a penitentiary pack of fingerprints. So the latent fingerprints they pulled match Joseph. Yes, the noise is awful. So keep in mind, why did he have to go outside of the court? Because Joseph was having a temper tantrum. He could no longer, I guess they gave him enough tries and it was just like enough already. It's late. We've been here all day. We keep playing around. Now you are convicted, you're state property, and you can't have you behaving like this.
Your Honor, after consulting with my client, we have no questions for this witness.
All right, thank you. You can step down. Does the state have any other witnesses you wish to present?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and so the exhibits have been admitted, and this is your only witness. Does the state rest?
The state would just wish to publish these items as a.
Not a problem, you can.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the court has provided to you the verdict form. The other two documents that we did not show with this print examiner are the booking photo from the arrest for the charge of arson for which the defendant was released from prison, the initial arrest date. That is included with your documents. It includes his booking number as well as the date for which he was booked for that arson offense. And as the defendant already testified to you as to the exact date of his release from Florida State Prison for arson, he was released 6/30/2021, meaning he completed the sentence for that, but then a subsequent also release 9/25/2022. These offenses or these release dates all fall within 3 years of the defendant having committed the offenses for which you found him guilty. Lastly, as a measure of good faith for you all, we have also provided you in evidence with what is from the Office of Executive Clemency to ensure and assure you that the defendant is a convicted felon and in no way has had his rights restored under Florida law to have the ability to lawfully possess a firearm. At this time, the state would in fact ask that you find that the defendant did in fact, for the purposes of this case, possess a firearm unlawfully as a convicted felon. He was in actual possession, as you all previously found in your earlier verdict, and those offenses did occur within his latest prison release, approximately 7 months thereafter the date that the defendant testified to. Thank you.
Do you have anything you want to say to the jury, Mr. Hackworth?
Extremely brief. Sorry.
Not a problem.
The states failed to meet their burden as to count 5. The states failed to prove that he was in actual possession, and the state has
You
failed.
mean count 6?
Count 6. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Roman numerals. I'm sorry. Also, the states failed to prove their case with regard to him being a prison release reoffender. We'd ask you to acquit him. Thank you.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, you can now retire to consider your verdict. We will send these exhibits back with you in about a minute or so.
Jury exiting courtroom.
All right, all the jurors are here. Everybody can be seated. Mr. Foreperson, I understand you've reached your verdict. Can you please hand it to the verdict form to the bailiff? Madam Clerk, please publish the verdict form and poll the jurors.
State of Florida versus Joseph Killins, 23 CF 5961, Trial Division 2, verdict. We, the jury, find as follows as to count 5. The defendant is guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged. During the commission of the offense, did the defendant actually possess a firearm? Yes. Did the state prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Joseph Killins is a prison release reoffender? Yes. So say we all dated this 13th day of August, 2026, signed by the foreperson, Mr. Patrick Lears.
Thank you.
Jury number,
Go ahead and poll them.
jury number 4, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 6, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 12, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 15, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
Jury number 17, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
And jury number 25, is this your true and correct verdict?
Yes.
All right, so your jury service is done, okay? I'm sure you're all going, you made it through this week, all right? I hope all of you realize how important it is that all of you participated in this process. It's a tough one. It's hard to listen to the facts. It's hard to, come up with verdicts. It's hard to do all of those things. But, that's the thing about duties, civic duties. Anything that is a duty usually is difficult. A duty usually isn't associated with an all-expense paid vacation, okay? And so it's required of all of our citizens, and you all stepped up to the plate. You should be proud of yourselves. I'm very proud of all of you. You were all so attentive during this trial, and I wish you nothing but the best. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Now all those rules I imposed on you, they're lifted. You can either talk to anybody you want about your service, your deliberations, or whatever, or not. Jury deliberations are private, and nobody can force you to share those. It's only under a few little circumstances that we can, but typically nobody can. But you can also share your experience with whoever you feel like sharing it and talk about anything you want to talk about with anyone. So with that being said, on behalf of myself, all the parties, as well as all my fellow judges here on the 13th Judicial Circuit, I release you from your jury service. Thank you so much. I am probably going to be sentencing Mr. Killins this evening. If you don't want to see it, that's fine. If you want to see it, you're going to be escorted out and brought back into the courtroom in the back. And you can sit and watch. If you want to find out later, if you want to leave and find out later what happened, you can do that too. You either can contact Rich or you can contact me. You can find my number. I'm usually better with emails on the 13th Judicial Circuit website. But thank you so much. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you. I hope you have a great rest of your year. Take care. Thank you.
All rise, jury exiting courtroom.
And feel free to take some of that stuff I brought in there that I just sent to you. Now that the jurors have left the courtroom, let me ask everybody, why if most of these are life, why do I have to impose the 10-20 life min too? It's just so redundant.
I know,
But
Judge.
okay, it makes no sense to me, but whatever.
Me either, Judge. I think it may be in the event that there is a subsequent appeal in the,
Okay. So it's 10 for 10-20 life, it's 10 on count 1. Is 10-20 life the 50 on count 2?
No,
That's under statute.
Yes.
Okay, and then the 10-year min is 3, correct?
Yes, Judge.
And then 4 is 25 to life.
Yes, Judge.
And then 5 is 15.
5 is nothing.
Nothing, no
potentially
PRR,
Yes.
no PRR on that?
It's
or yes?
PRR, it's just not potentially life.
Okay, so he's PRR, so it's 15.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and then the 3-year min, that's pursuant to
Statute.
That's not,
Because of the actual possession
Right.
finding. That one is 10-20 life.
that's
3 years,
10-20 life also?
Yes, it's 3
Okay.
years.
Got
That's
Got it. All right, you want to go talk to Mr. Killins? I'm going to bring him in, and I'm going to put him over
I mean,
here.
I don't think there's content
I'm
to
going
say.
to put him over here in the jury box.
When I was back there, I told him sentencing was next. I told him,
Huh?
but when I was back last time, I told him sentencing would be next, and he knows he don't have any discretion.
All right,
I mean, that was
okay.
made clear.
All right, so let's bring him in and we'll put him in the jury box.
Girl, now he got they were like, look, let me give him something to do. Let's go ahead and put him in his inmate outfit. Y'all. Portia said, hey everybody, I'm back from the groomer. I look super cute. You guys are some real ones. We made it 3 hours, y'all. Give yourself a round of applause by way of a thumbs up. Okay. Thank you for my jewels, Brother Brown. Thank you so much. Okay. One of the men of Bougie gang. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will be having Sunday Fun Day tomorrow, and we are doing a Nesto throwback.
This kidnapping
Thank you, Brother
is a
Brown.
life felony. I must sentence you to life in.
Okay. He looks shook. He looks shooketh. I don't know if they gave him an injection, if they gave him a chill pill or something back there, but sir looks gaunt at this moment. Okay. I don't know if they gave him some Ativan. They gave him some Trazodone. I don't know if they gave him the pins and the PAMs and the milligrams. Okay. Remember we talked about that? Pins, PAMs, and milligrams. Okay. They gave him something of a pim pam nature with milligrams. Okay.
This kidnapping is a life felony. I must sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count 2, which is the sexual battery with a deadly weapon. In that case, I must sentence you to 50 years based on the jury's findings. I'm going to sentence you to 50 years, 50 pursuant to statute, and as a prison releasee reoffender, I must sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count 3, which is the robbery with a firearm, which is a first degree felony punishable by life imprisonment, I must sentence you pursuant to 1020 life law to the 10-year minimum mandatory, and as a prison releasee reoffender, I'm going to sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count 4, which is the attempted first degree murder charge, the jury found you guilty and found all of the interrogatory questions pursuant to 1020 life. I'm going to sentence you to life imprisonment pursuant to you being a prison releasee reoffender. I must sentence you to life imprisonment. As to count 5, which is the robbery, which is a second degree felony pursuant to the prison releasee reoffender statute, I must sentence you to 15 years in Florida State Prison. As to count 6, which is the felon in possession charge, pursuant to 1020 life, because of the jury's finding that you actually possessed a firearm, I'm going to sentence you to the 3-year minimum mandatory, and pursuant to you being a prison releasee reoffender as a second degree.
They gave him everything. They said this was the kitchen sink statute. I just made that one up. It's the Florida statute kitchen sink. Okay. We get ready to give you everything we can. That is the reoffender, habitual. We ain't got time for your ass. You dangerous. You coming up behind people, yoking people up, trying to go to their second job, trying to make a bag and live this life. Okay. You bothering people, bothering women on their own, sir. You getting ready to get that kitchen sink. Okay. You getting everything.
Felony, I must sentence you to 15 years in Florida State Prison. All of these
good,
sentences are
very good, excellent.
Concurrently, each count with the other. Do you know what his time served is?
It don't matter.
Anybody have a quick way to look that up?
Yes, Jake, look.
I'm going to impose all mandatory court costs. As a lien, is the state requesting cost of prosecution?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to pay it back no way.
The court-appointed or public defender fee, I will also add and include as a lien.
1,209 days.
I will credit you 1,209 days. Mr. Killins, do you have any questions, sir, only about your sentence? I'm seeing you shake your head no. You want to say no?
No, ma'am.
All right. All right, listen. Good luck to you, sir. You're going to step over to my left where you're going to be fingerprinted by the bailiffs. Take care.
Y'all, what did he say no to? Farrah came in here and distracted me. He said no. She asked him something and he said no. Was
I'm
it to
seeing
be
you shake your head no? You want to say no?
no to what?
9 days.
I will credit you 1,209 days.
Not that it makes a
Mr.
difference.
Killins, do you have any questions, sir? Only
Oh, he didn't have no
about your
questions. Okay.
sentence.
No, I mean,
I'm
it was
seeing
pretty
you shake your
clear.
head no. You want to say no?
No, ma'am.
All
It
right.
was clear.
All right, listen, good luck to you, sir. You're going to step over to my left where you're going to be fingerprinted by the bailiffs. Take care.
Sir? Okay.
Turner, I'll follow up.
Can I get my paperwork?
He's got all the paperwork there.
Can I get my legal work, please? Can I get my legal work?
All right, I will appoint the public defender's office for purposes of appeal. just go ahead and upload that, Mr. Hackler.
Can I get my legal work? Can I get my legal work where I actually pulled out people's names and phone numbers and called them on jail calls to where I had to get my jail call privileges revoked?
Yes, ma'am. I don't think, but I'm not 100%. I got two. I've got two in my pocket. Oh, I have a third. It's good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
Well, I guess they cut the microphone. Look, we can't be mad. Look, girl, he's mad enough for everybody. Let me get this last screen. I don't even know what I'm going to use for a thumbnail. Gosh, he's giving so much face. It's like it's so much options on thumbnails here. He can't be mad at anybody but himself. He engaged in this foolishness. He had just gotten out of prison, and within what 6 to 9 months, he's already with the shits again. With that thirst for being his creep factor on 10,050. So I feel so sorry for these ladies. He committed the ultimate act against women and just people in general, but women specifically in this particular situation. He is a menace to females in his city, and he's awful. I mean, these ladies literally, these people did not know him. It was definitely just a crime of opportunity. Unfortunately, wrong place, wrong time. A 20-year-old, a young lady out here making bags, second job, a student. Do you imagine a nice young student, 2 jobs, delivering DoorDash, and she gets accosted by this creep? Okay. Some of her testimony was in yesterday's video. Today's testimony we heard was the young lady who was on her way to clean houses with a friend. She was on her way to meet up with a friend, and she was going to help her do some housekeeping or something, some sort of, she said clean houses. So I'm assuming thank you for the fortune cookies, baby. Thank you, Mai Tai. Just awful. So, and then he made up these scenarios that he knew this one woman and that they were having some sort of affair behind the scenes, and made up this whole entire scenario that was his boo, and it was a no strings attached, so salacious situation, and just made up this whole lie story, and just a mess, wasting the people's time. I'm loving whoever did this footage and got all of the fingerprinting and all of the things. Okay, guys, but as soon as this is over, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to take a break for a minute. I got to get over to Love, Lies, and Lacefronts more than likely this evening. We'll do that. And or maybe tonight, like 8, 9 o'clock. We're going to do something tonight. So if you're going to meet me over at Love, Lies, and Lacefronts, I'll see you there probably around, like, let's say 8, 9-ish. Because I'm gonna take a break for a while, spend some time with my family. Can't even deliver DoorDash in peace. Can you believe that? I mean, the deputies are too comfortable for me with what they are looking, with the way he's looking. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I feel like almost like fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of them around, but also it's one of those, like when he stood up and someone gave him the death grip from behind the neck. He's one of these who might be mad at his lawyer. You know how that one guy, like about a year ago, he got mad at his lawyer. He got a guilty verdict and turned around and punched his lawyer, something crazy. Anyway, guys, if you came in during this, slide the bar back. We talked about Sakiyna Thompson, another Florida lifer who was convicted of the murder of the beautiful Kayla Hodgson over there at the Tamarack Village Apartments. And ma'am is over there doing a life sentence as well. And ma'am found some sort of way. She found some type of way to get on TikTok. Fran, how'd she do it? I don't know. I don't know. Who's posting it, baby? I don't know. But she's on there. She's on TikTok. She's posting. She's showing her cookies and cream. It to me, it appears to be a jail call. And whoever, either somebody is screen recording from the app, or they are, girl, they're doing one of these. I don't know what they're doing, but they're posting it to TikTok. And I think it's giving she's aware. I feel like she's aware of what she's doing, because also they attached a link tree and they've got her JPay, they've got her her Securitas or whatever that thing is called like, she's like, basically call me, write me. She's going to be in prison for life. So why not? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know that that's something she's allowed to do. But yeah, Kayla is, justice for Kayla, and justice was served. This lady has life in prison. She's got life in prison. And, but ma'am is over here with the shits. And she is over here trying our patience, and she has a for life sentence, and she is over here showing up on TikTok, trying to get new friends, trying to trick some folk out of some money, and probably trying to get on the nerves of people who want to have some peace, because she stole a life she had no business. She was out here trying to play God, because she was mad because she could not control her boyfriend at the end of the day, right? She couldn't control her boyfriend. She was mad, and she unfortunately took out her romantic rival, who was not thinking about her, unbothered, and really didn't care, because let the truth be told, Terry was the food guy. She didn't really even care about. Revelto was probably the one she really, really, really was in love with. That was her boo. At the end of the day, that was her boo. But because her and Revelto both had other things going on, she was keeping busy, like most, like, you know what I'm saying, like any other single girl. If he's not putting you first, you're not going to put him first, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, sis was out here dating, handling her business. But I don't think that Terry was the one that she really loved. We know that that's not. It was Revelto. Revelto had a girlfriend though, so unfortunately, because of that, Kayla was still dating Terry, who was I don't even know what you call that. He was in a relationship with this woman, and he was playing with this woman who was actually bananas, and she had just gotten herself pregnant, and all of the things. There's a whole entire playlist. If you don't know anything about this story, go get into it. I have a whole entire playlist. Go get into it. But ma'am has been convicted. She is doing life, and her ass just showed up on TikTok in the last few days, and she's playing with the people the long way. So anyway, if you want to catch that, slide to the beginning, and you can hear all about it. I'm sure we'll have, look, if she wants to talk, we're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to cover it. I mean, we don't get a lot of these offenders reach out from behind bars. And if she wants to, I would love to hear what she has to say about what she did, if she wants to actually really talk about it. But I'm sure she's just trying to play with the people. So we'll see. Anyway, you guys, have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. This was fun. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for helping me with my goal. Thank you for making this a fun 3.5 hours. I'll see you guys a little bit later on down the street on my other channel. And that's it. That's all. So you guys take care. I'll see you later. And I'll see you tomorrow for Sunday Fun Day. What time? I don't know yet. Just give me some time. But we'll do Sunday Fun Day tomorrow. Okay?